WAN show.
Hello.
Bit of a downer week this week. Gordon Mah, legendary PC hardware journalist, Gordon Mah Ung, has passed away at 58. So we'll be talking a little bit about that. His family's got a GoFundMe because, late stage healthcare in America can be real challenging.
Yeah.
So that's a real downer. We'll also be talking about the honey controversy that broke this week. Turns out honey has been doing some stuff that is not sweet. What else we got this week?
We're going to talk about Linus on Colin and Samir, and we're going to talk about our favorite moments of 2024.
Oh, well, that sounds at least good.
Yeah.
Oh, the show is brought to you by JumpCloud, MSI, and sorry, I got totally bamboozled by myself.
Boot.dev.
Boot.dev, right. And of course, it's brought to you by our chair partner, Secret Lab, our skin partner, dbrand, and our laptop partner, LG. So why don't we jump right into Mr. Gordon. Unfortunately, I suck at professional networking. And while I did have the privilege of meeting Gordon on a number of occasions, we weren't particularly close, but it's a funny thing because, just like anyone else that I kind of cut my teeth. Go away, phone. It's buzzing in the mic. Anyone else that I kind of cut my tech teeth reading, the Ryan Shrouts and the Anand Lalshimpis of the world. Gordon means more to me than I probably did to him.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like we did a video a little while ago building a Maximum PC Dream PC from when I was in high school. Like that was Gordon's jam.
I used
to
read those. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna read the thing that our team prepared, just because that makes it a little bit easier. Gordon Mah Ung, executive editor of PC World, passed away at 58. Which, sorry, I'm already going off script. Seriously, 58. Like, 58 is the new 48, honestly, and it seems way too soon.
Yeah.
After a battle with pancreatic cancer, insert obligatory cancer. I don't care how early it is in the video. Apparently, beeping too early in the video is bad for the algorithm, but I think we can make an exception here.
Yeah.
A pioneering figure in tech journalism, Gordon had over 25 years of experience, particularly in covering computer hardware and chips. He was known for his investigative rigor, sharp wit, and strong personality, which resonated with both his colleagues and the tech community. Gordon's career began in journalism as a police reporter for the Contra Costa Times. In 1997, he would join Computer World and later Maximum PC, where he became famous for his passionate, often humorous commentary and deep technical expertise. He was the driving force behind Maximum PC's Dream Machine project and its consumer advocacy column, Watchdog. Later, Gordon joined PC World, where he continued his in-depth coverage of PC hardware. He began his foray into video with Hardcore Hardware series and the Full Nerd podcast. He was actually shockingly good on camera for one of the traditional, written people.
That was not a given.
It was not a given. Multi-talented guy. It's very few people that made that switch, but he seemed as natural on camera as he was on a written page, which is pretty incredible. Parky in the chat says, never heard of him. I guess I'm too Zoomer. I promise you that you've read something Gordon wrote.
Or read something influenced by Gordon.
I promise you. And the reason for that is that so many of the formats, so many of the of the styles that were started while he was there have become just commonplace. It's kind of like saying, I've never. Oh man, I'm trying to think of a really a trend-setting movie or show or something like that. It's okay. It's like saying, I've never seen a bit from I Love Lucy. It's like, you have. you just don't know it because all the characters were recast and the script was retooled slightly. But like Lucille Ball was a trendsetter.
Yeah.
Anyway, Gordon's work and legacy in the tech journalism space, marked by both his technical know-how and larger-than-life persona, earned him widespread respect and admiration. Can confirm Gordon was committed until the very end, publishing video hardware reviews as recently as November 6th during the end of his treatment.
Wow.
I give you my personal Linus Sebastian promise that I will not be working up until a couple of months before my passing. If I find out that I have a serious illness, I will peace so fast that you guys won't even remember I was ever here. That is an unbelievable level of commitment, and actually super admirable, because you have to know that anyone who stays at it is fighting hard.
Oh yeah.
Having that confidence that things are going to be normal someday.
And just pushing for his family, I'm sure.
Yeah, if you'd like to hear more about Gordon, there's a page full of heartfelt tributes on PC World, as well as lovely videos from Tech Potato, aka Dr. Ian Cuttress, who is one of the folks that I grew up reading a lot as well as Gamers Nexus. There's a whole bunch of discussion topics here, but I think that the best thing to do right now, Dan, can you go ahead and get the GoFundMe linked in the chat? Let's just hurry up. I'm just looking at this for the first time. This is actually incredible. Massive shout out to the community for stepping up here. Why don't we just finish it off? But there's no reason that you can't exceed a goal. So, Dan, can I just give you the company card, and can you do that off camera?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. It's the one that I am kind of pulling out here. No, that's this one. I don't know. You'll find it. Thanks, Dan. Whoa, AC3 Productions says Falcon Northwest donated 25,000.
They did, yeah.
Massive shout out, Kel. What an absolute Chad. Kelt's super cool. He's the kind of person who, as far as I can tell, doesn't really need to like. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Go ahead and use that one. That's fine. Thanks, Dan. Kelt's the kind of person that, as far as I can tell, doesn't really need to like build gaming systems anymore if he doesn't really feel like it. I wish I'd gotten to know Gordon better. I like I said, I'm terrible at networking, and I have a tendency to just go to trade shows and stuff and just go completely head down in my work. And it's stuff like this that makes me kind of regret that.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to meet him at least?
I met him twice.
Yeah. Okay. Just finish it off. They have a goal. Let's just make sure they hit it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that note, why don't we move on to sort of the other heavy topic for this week, which is, of course, honey. So, first of all, big shout out to MegaLag for the work that was done reporting on what Honey and parent company PayPal has been up to with respect to. This is truly a very professional podcast, video podcast, whatever this thing is. Thank you for that, Luke.
Yeah.
Since when are you the comic relief? Your job is to laugh at the comic relief. You're the laugh track.
Untimely alarms. I think that's my only standard alarm for this week that I didn't pause for the week because I was out.
Right, and
that's
then
my like leave for WAN show alarm.
And then WAN show was early because I have a flight to catch. Brilliant. Yeah. So massive shout out to MegaLag for the work that that he put into digging into what exactly Honey's been doing. So I've got a few things to kind of discuss. First of all, the only point from MegaLag's video that we were aware of 3 years ago when we halted our Honey sponsorship was the affiliate code ripping. We heard about that from some tweets, like this one from Barnacles. We also saw it covered on our own forum. There we go. So there was that was not really news, that part of it. But you know, obviously, as creators, we saw that and we were like, hey, that's not really cool.
Yeah.
But we didn't really think that, other than, you know, any creator friends, that it was something that impacted the general consumer. So it wasn't something that really merited a full video or anything like that. Okay. Thanks, Dan. Were you live for that? They heard you or no? Oh, okay. Dan said, yeah, he's done and the goal is done. But guys, please, I'm sure that the goal is really helpful, but I'm sure that any little bits could help.
Yeah, I don't think GoFundMe looks like it's real time, so we'll have to wait a sec for that to come through. But
okay. Thanks, Dan. Okay. Anyway, affiliate code ripping, bad. Affects creators, doesn't affect the end user. We were not the only ones who knew about the scam, though. Here's a video from 2020. I actually didn't watch this one, but I don't know. The whole thing for me with this is that MegaLag did reach out to us for comment, and my general position on it was, yeah, we dropped these guys 3 years ago. This all came out, like the affiliate ripping stuff, everything we knew about came out years ago. I'm very interested to see the video on all of the other stuff. I don't really know what exactly it has to do with us. I am a little confused still as to what exactly it has to do with us. Anyway, back when we dropped Honey, we had a call with their executive team. It was clear that they had no intention to revise their business model away from the affiliate code ripping. So we decided to end our sponsorship agreement with them. If we'd known about any of the more end-user centric issues discussed in MegaLag's video, such as purposely not giving users the best deal possible because of behind-the-scenes partnerships with companies, we very probably would have raised more alarm bells, but we had no reason at that time to believe that Honey was anything other than what it claimed to be, which was a coupon finding service that took an affiliate cut. Many in the industry stopped working with Honey without an LTT video being made. So I think that one characterization of this whole situation, that
we were the only ones that knew and didn't tell anyone.
We knew and didn't tell anybody, is bizarre.
We were publicly informed by other people and then acted on it. Also,
we publicly posted on our forum that we dropped them and gave the reason for it.
We've also never really been, like, people have tried to draw parallels between this and Eufy, but Eufy's a tech company. Well, and that had huge end user problems.
Yes.
Like that's something that we do, that is something that we have done always.
And Eufy had major implications, like immediately right now, for user privacy.
Yeah.
Whereas Honey, it's in some ways it's like more insidious, but in other ways it's less immediately damaging than, like, hey, an unencrypted feed of like every camera that our company has sold. Like there's bad, and then there's like really, 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 really bad.
And also in our realm.
As for karma, why we took a sponsorship from Karma. They assured us that they didn't do any link yoinking, which when we tested it seemed to be true. We only worked with them once. We did 4 sponsor spots on 3 videos, and then
I guess
didn't
they
work with them anymore. As for the landing page that uses our likeness to promote Honey, we no longer have any direct contacts that are working there, but we're working to have the page removed. Hopefully we can. Speaking of Eufy, Anchor still uses our likeness. And with these really large and in some cases overseas companies, it can be very difficult to get stuff like that fixed. Ike's Orange says, Linus, people think that because the video sort of implies that only you knew, so people are misinterpreting that. I mean, I don't think it sort of implies. I think our prominent featuring in the video leads people there. I don't really understand that. I don't really get the emphasis on us, to be honest with you. I don't really know what people are expecting me to say about it, other than, yeah, we like heard about it in the news, same as apparently basically everyone else, given how many folks stopped working with them in the 2020, 2021 timeframe. And
yeah.
Cool. Sea Surfer says, it's also arguable that LTT was by far the largest channel and thus had the platform to motivate wider change. It's arguable. It's very difficult to argue. I mean, given that Mr. Beast was the #1 Honey promoter, I think that if you were to make the argument that LTT is bigger than Mr. Beast, then not only would that be a difficult argument, you'd be kind of a fucking idiot. So, like, I don't know, dude. Cool.
Yeah.
Should we move on? Like, I don't
have a ton else to say on this. I think, like, honestly, when I watched the video and I remembered us dropping Honey, but didn't particularly remember the reasons. After some people brought up the old video that you had mentioned, and a couple other things, I like vaguely remembered that. But I wasn't really a part of video stuff at that time. So, like, I don't know. The situation's bizarre, dude. Like, I am a victim here. I was surprised by I don't know if people noticed that. Yeah. Like, as a creator for whom affiliate revenue from Amazon was in 2020, 7% of our business team's revenue. Like, this had a significant impact on our business, and absolutely it would have impacted other creators too, and they are victims in this. But it doesn't change that anyone who relied on affiliate revenue and who had it skimmed by Honey was victimized by Honey. We were compensated, at least partially, by a lot of the people that were sponsored by them were, which was like the internet at that point in time. Yep. But, like, guys. And then the Karma Now thing looked bad. Working with them one time, that's something that stood out to me quite a bit during the video, was that it was assessed in its current state, because you obviously can't go back and assess it from the past. But that gets tough because you don't know, like what you guys were saying, they assured that it didn't work that way. You tested it. Okay, cool. They can change it on you. They could have changed it on you immediately after the sponsor spots went up. Well, yeah, I don't know. We don't know when it happened. I don't know. It was all could have happened ago, years later. Point. Like, who knows? Voight says, for me, it felt like Honey was quietly dropped as a sponsor with no messy breakup. Could have been any reason. But as you said, back then you only knew about the affiliate ripping, which isn't too bad, especially for users. Yeah, exactly. It's really bad for creators. Yeah, it's really bad for creators. But it was also being blasted from the rooftops at that point in time. Yeah, like, I don't know, maybe MegaLag is living up to his name. It's like, at that point in time, it's also like not really our story to break. Like, if other people are already reporting on it and it's getting around a lot. I think it's blowing up so much right now because of the downsides for users. Yeah, I could see that. Yep. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So
know.
Cool.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Positive things?
Yeah. Yeah. Can we do that?
Do you want to talk about the Colin and Samir?
No.
Maybe 2024?
Why don't we talk about RTX 5090?
Oh. Okay.
Because we don't know the price yet. So we can still kind of have fun.
Nice.
And we could pretend that like anyone will be able to afford an RTX 5090. Do you guys want to play pretend for a little bit?
Sure.
Okay, I would like that though. Cool.
I still have both kidneys, so I'm good.
Nice. Nice. Not for long, Dan.
Yay!
New images have leaked of a populated RTX 5090 PCB, and it looks full. Oh my goodness. Wow, that is dense with 2 S's. That is wild. So there's your alleged 32 gigs of GDDR7 RAMs. There is all the VRMs, and then there is all the rest of them. Look at this thing.
Do you have a comparison of the 4090? Do you have both up?
I don't have the 4090
There's a link
up.
to it in the doc.
Oh, is there a link in the doc?
Yeah.
Oh, incredible. Okay. And the 4090 was already a dense mama jama. Because remember the whole like through PCB cooling thing.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's a 4090. Credit to WCCF Tech for posting that. I don't know if they're actually the original poster of it. Oh, here's the blank one. I don't know what it is, but there is something about a blank, unpopulated PCB with just all the pads that just is like, yeah, right? Like, damn. Damn. You know, like, damn.
Damn.
We're losing it today.
Yeah. So I slept about 3 hours last night, just so you have some idea. Like I'm barely functional today.
So the rumors of the 5090 is that it has 21,760 CUDA cores compared to the 4090's 16,384. Pretty big jump. The memory goes up to 32 gigs, which you would have needed like beyond 4090 in the past to have.
Which almost certainly means it has a 512-bit memory bus, which is like that combined with going to GDDR7 is like, what?
16 modules of memory. Power stages 29 versus 4090's 23. PCB 14 layers compared to the 4090's 12. And the MSRP probably too much for all of us.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Look at this. $15.99 US. I see only 3 question marks. That to me indicates, and they might have typoed.
We definitely,
They might have forgotten a decimal. So we could be looking at
a single dollar.
we could be looking at $1.
Wow.
As low as $1, Luke.
Very nice.
As low as $1.00. I think it could happen.
Discussion question is, what is your max limit on price, assuming performance is good compared to last gen?
Okay, so here's the thing. I think I've talked about this a fair bit, but it bears repeating because NVIDIA waits 2 to 3 years between releasing GPUs now. So some of you probably don't remember or weren't around for this. But when I saw the pricing of the 40 series, I made a solemn oath. I swore that I would not upgrade to it. Ooh. I have kept that promise.
Yeah.
My VR machine is still running a Launch 3080.
Okay.
My personal rig is still running the 7900 XTX from the Radeon Challenge. And my LAN machine in the LAN room is still running a 3080. Yeah, it's an EVGA 3080.
So is there a price point for this?
No, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
I have an eGPU for my ROG Flow X13 3080. My entire life
3000 series enjoyer
is 3000 series and below for NVIDIA.
Yeah.
And then on the, technically I have one more machine. I have a little, remember those little ASRock like mini desktops?
I think so.
Yeah, with that used an MXM module.
Yes.
Okay, so I have one of those in my family room upstairs for just like playing casual games on the TV up there.
Sure.
1080. Still
1080s
going
are solid,
strong.
dude.
1080 gang represent. So I have no 40 series in my life. So with that said, I'm coming at this from an alternate angle. I have a different perspective on the 50 series because I've seen a lot of people like flip the math out going, well, this isn't worth it as an upgrade. They're asking way too much money. But my upgrade is from a 3080 class card or a 7900, which is not on par with the 4090. It's more on par with like a 3090 Ti.
Yeah.
Right? If we're being honest. If we're being honest, especially if you want to look at ray trace games, then it can even fall down below that. And ray tracing is now mandatory in some titles.
Yes.
No, that's true.
Of Tomb Raider. Or not Tomb Raider.
Well, Guy Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Nostalgia Tomb Raider.
And yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Donates to a museum Tomb Raider.
Great looking game, by the way. Have you played?
I have not.
Great Circle yet? Oh, okay.
No.
It's so beautiful.
Nice.
It looks incredible.
Worth the requirement?
Well, that more complicated discussion.
No more spicy takes this
More
week?
complicated discussion. Yeah. So my upgrade is much greater, and my amenability to spending way too much money is much higher because I got 3 good years
Skipped a gen.
out of my 3080.
Okay.
So
Is there still a limit?
I'm afraid to say anything because I really want one. And if I say something,
And you want a 4090? You're not going to do 4080?
If I say, guys, if it's over this price, then I'm going to skip this generation.
It'd still be on 3000.
Then I'm going to be stuck on 3000 for
like
another
5
3
years.
more years.
5 total years, yeah.
Yeah, and then 6090 nice is going to arrive and it's going to be it's going to be like $4,000 and I'm going to be like, and if it's over $3,800, I'm not buying. And I'm going to be running a 3080 forever.
Oh man. Maybe at that point NVIDIA or Intel will be so good that you'll be fine. That's a lot of years from now. 6,000 series.
Massive respect to what Intel has done with Arc Battle Mage.
Got a lot of work.
Massive respect. And they're catching up to NVIDIA in the ways that I think matter more for the future.
That makes sense.
So they're still, when we look at die size to die size comparisons, they're behind on raster. When we look at performance per watt, dude, they're behind. But when we look at what Intel is doing on the software side, their driver team is doing the work on the tech side. Their AI performance, even though the support for it's not great yet, good.
Yeah.
Their ray tracing performance, good.
Yeah, they're very forward thinking, which is good.
Yes. So all that's great. But let's face it, they are not going to have a 5090 competitor. They may not have a 6090 competitor.
They just got to release an SLI competitor.
All right, enough.
And then just put like 4 of them in.
Although,
let them virtualize them.
We do need a reason for PCIe Gen 6.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, no. But I think at mainstream price points, I hope Intel is going to just crush it. Just give us a.
We'll see how rough 5060 coming out is.
Okay.
Whenever that happens.
The price I've seen rumored is $2,000 US.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's the price that I've seen rumored, but that goes back far. Like I haven't seen, I intentionally don't really follow the rumors that closely in the lead up to a product launch because realistically, I'm going to get briefed on it anyway. And that will be the real information anyway.
Right now, isn't that like 2,800 CAD?
Yeah, more. It's probably more like 2,900 Canadian dollars. Yeah.
2,000 USD to CAD.
And I think what?
Oh yeah, 2,884.
What's median income these days? Like 38,000 or something like that. Median income Canadian.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, wait, is this household? Median income. Hold on. Median income was 41,700 in 2022. Yeah. So here's my source, wowwa.ca. I have no idea how accurate that is or anything, but like we are basically looking at like a tenth of your take home by the time you actually like get taxed on that and stuff.
Yeah. The tariffs, guys, the tariffs wouldn't be from China, they'd be from Taiwan.
Which ones?
People are like, oh, you have to factor in tariffs now.
No, we could end up, I doubt it. But that would only be for the States anyway. For Canada, I doubt that we would be paying any kind of import tariffs on Chinese exported GPUs.
Do you think they're going to start smuggling GPUs over the border?
Yeah, the GPUs themselves are made in Taiwan, but a lot of the card assembly is done in China, so the finished GPU would probably be subject to any Chinese tariffs. But that's all speculative until after January sometime. So, for the sake of discussion,
yeah,
2,000 USD.
That's too much.
I'm going to do it.
What if it's 2,200?
Stop. What? I'm not going to let you pin me down on this. I'm not going to commit to anything. I'm not going to commit to anything.
You don't have to vocalize it. Is there a limit? You don't have to tell anyone just in case you want to get out of it or whatever.
Is there a point where you would be
Is there a soft limit right now?
I don't want to open my wallet.
Because you're going to, like, for context, he's not going to buy one.
No, I will. I'll buy one.
Okay.
Look, if I'm going to say I accept this madness, I can't just use my influencer clout to be like, to summon one. I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
Because I took a principled stand on 40 series. I was like, this is too expensive. I won't even use it. But if I'm going to break that, I think I have to pay for it.
Going from 1,600 to $2,000 in one generation doesn't deserve a principled stand.
Luke, what GPU do you run?
I don't want to talk about it.
What is it? I know what it is.
It's pretty good.
Yeah? What is it?
It's pretty good. Well, if you want to see it, you should check out the Linus video on Bulbasaur.
See, I have no problem gifting, a 40 series to someone. That's no problem.
I didn't need to get involved in that.
I just wouldn't. Yeah, I just wouldn't buy one. I wouldn't buy a 40 series, and so because I didn't want to hack and just request one, then I was like, okay, I won't even use them. Yeah, he actually didn't request one. I mean, he did hint to someone. Oh, I thought you were bringing up the video.
It was. I just didn't know you were doing that. Let me bring it back.
He did hint to someone that he kind of wanted an upgrade or something, I think. Or maybe, no, it might have been Jake's idea. I think it was Jake's idea. Yeah. Anyway, let me make, at risk of being called an advocate for the devil himself, let me make an argument for my $2,000 GPU.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm going to find something.
Because to be fair, that's like really close to the current cost of my current car.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I used to talk about the first car that I bought as a scale for computer parts. Now it has to be the one that I drove here today. Which is crazy. You can buy something that literally gets you from A to B instead of something that like digitally gets you from A to B.
When I was growing up, a computer setup at Future Shop. Okay. Hold on. So you know where I'm going with this, but hold on. A computer setup from Future Shop would have probably cost you somewhere in the neighborhood of $2,500 to $4,400.
Okay.
Right? That was in like $1998.
Yeah.
And they could have easily gone more. Like easily you could spend $5,000 on a computer, on a personal computer, as they called them back then. I would make the argument that like TVs, PCs, in spite of some of the utter craziness of the last few years, have actually beaten inflation. You can still get, for like $4,000, a computer tower, and the fact that it can contain something as powerful as a 4090, actually kind of impressive, kind of cool. It is not that wild to spend $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on a PC once every 5 to 6 years.
It's pretty wild.
And but it's not it's also not wild. Like it's a thing that when I grew up was normal. Every family.
But when tech scales, you don't have to keep spending the same amount.
No, you don't. But you also can. And you can get a PC that is vastly more powerful than that 1998 machine for $500.
Yeah.
So you absolutely don't have to. But I also think
a cell phone.
I also think that for something that is a purchase that you will use for an extended period of time and that you will get much use out of, it is not entirely unreasonable.
I don't know if you're going to get that much use out of it.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't really get to game that much.
If he does, I feel like it's like on your ally.
However, which of us is further into our playthrough of the pixel remaster of Final Fantasy VI? You or me?
Wait, are you playing it?
It's on sale. I picked it up.
Oh no, he's gonna beat me. I said I was gonna play it this week, then I had actually a very busy week and had no time.
Speaking of my ally.
Oh boy. Where are you at?
Well, let's just see. Why don't we just see if you recognize where I am?
Because part of the problem is that he quote unquote doesn't have any time to play games, but then you'll see him jump on a game on Steam at like midnight. And it's like, oh, I wonder what he's doing. But then you know it's not on his computer that he would have spent all these thousands of dollars on.
I could stream it. Wrecked.
On the Ally?
Yeah, of course.
Is there a camera on the Ally?
What? No, not that kind of streaming.
So you're just going to like, oh.
Yeah. Like
why would you stream the Pixel Remaster?
So I could get like 9,000 FPS. Who cares? Don't worry about it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to play a little game called...
Do I know where you are?
Do you recognize where I am?
No.
All right.
So you've had it for like a couple days?
QED.
All right, well, you're going on a trip. Are you going to play it on your trip?
Yep.
Darn it. Well,
where are you at? Are you still at the Imperial Magitech facility?
No, I'm past that.
You're past that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Are you at the sealed gate?
Past that, I believe.
So you've had the banquet?
No,
okay.
I don't think.
So you're probably somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to spoil anything. I will say, though, that if I feel like treating myself to a nice gaming PC, I think that unlike some people, I can complete a game in a year. So I should be entitled to do that.
I wanted to do it this holiday season.
I was so ready for you to tell me I don't game. I was so ready, dude.
Yeah. My brother spun up a family holiday Valheim server. So we've been playing together. It's my brother, my dad, and sometimes Emma. So that took the time that I thought I was going to spend playing Final Fantasy VI.
That's pretty cool, though.
That seemed fair.
I respect it.
I'm still going to try to, now that I know you're on the track, I'm still going to try to get it out.
All right.
Get it finished pretty quick.
All right, let's go. I've spent a lot of time like dinking around doing stuff I totally don't need to do. I will say this, though. The Pixel Remaster is easy.
Oh,
dude.
Okay, that makes sense.
It is so easy.
Because I've heard you talk, and I've heard a lot of other people talk about like needing to grind a bunch and stuff. And certain fights that you're like, oh, this is really hard. And then I went and did it. And I was like, I don't think I did anything special.
Dude,
it wasn't hard.
It's like a joke.
Okay, so they difficulty tuned it.
Laughably easy.
Okay.
Well, it's not just difficulty tuned. It's like certain things were broken in the original game. The evade stat literally didn't work.
Okay.
So you like always got hit, but would miss a lot. And it was real frustrate. Okay. Also, the ability to just turn off random encounters while you find your way through something. Like I didn't do that. I to this day didn't realize how small some of the dungeons were, because when you're getting into
fight so much
random encounter every 3 steps, they feel huge.
Yeah,
they feel enormous. Like you could never navigate them.
That almost feels like. Some of the difficulty sometimes is the like time between potential rest areas. So being able to turn that off.
Oh, dude, and the way the saving works, it has like quick save.
Yeah. Oh,
dude, the game didn't have quick save. You went back to the last like star. Those stars were like, will there be one more random encounter before I get there? Ah! Like, it was a huge deal. And like, dude. The map.
I've definitely been using
the
those
map
stars.
marks the chocobo stables.
Yeah.
Those weren't on the map.
Well, aren't they in the player guide thing? Oh, okay.
I don't think so. Hold on. Final Fantasy 3 included map North America. I don't think so though. Like you definitely would have been able to get here's one. You definitely would have been able to get like a strategy guide or whatever back in the day.
Right. Yeah.
But no. Yeah. So traversing ground was like tough.
Yeah.
If you didn't like have a friend who knew where they were or whatever, right? Like it was.
I didn't turn off random encounters. I have never bought a chocobo.
Oh, you don't have to buy them
or rent it or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You definitely. Being able to walk diagonally.
I do that.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge, because that's literally one
and a half.
One step for two.
Yeah.
What's another big one? Oh yeah, the fact that you have sprint shoes always equipped. You had to use a relic slot to be able to walk fast.
Oh.
And you couldn't walk fast outside of towns.
Oh.
Yeah. So like hiking was tedious. Like there's a lot that they've done to make the explanations for like what equipment does and what espers do and stuff has been
I find some of that to still be weird.
Has been upgraded, but the interface for equipping espers is actually worse.
I did it once and couldn't find it again the next time I went to play.
The OG interface is so much better, actually, for espers, and seeing all the spells they teach and also the level up stat boosts that they give you. Now, part of why it's comically easy for me is that I'm obsessively going in after every random encounter and like fine tuning which espers are on my guys so that I make sure that I get the best like level up stats.
Oh, I'm definitely not doing that.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that because it makes the game like comically easy.
It also doesn't feel necessary, to be honest.
Anyway,
I've never lost.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I've still managed to lose some, but it might just be because I'm like clowning around. But,
maybe.
You'll lose some stuff.
I'm sure.
You'll
I've
definitely
gotten very close a few times. There was one of the I think it was more of a mini boss than an actual boss, but I don't know if my scaling was weird for that fight or something, but I found it very hard. I went down to one person at one point, but was able to bring people back up.
Are you leveling up all of your characters, or do you just have like one main party of 4 that you just are going with?
There's a couple people that I really try to always have there, but other than that, I'm mostly trying to cycle a little bit.
Oh, another big one is Sabin's blitzes. Like you had to enter them without any indicator. Oh. So you just like wouldn't find out until he went to execute the action and he'd be like, yeah, you input it wrong.
Yeah.
And so he does this thing, he'd go forward and his eyes would flash like he's about to do it, and it would just say incorrect blitz input and he'd go back. Oh. Also, Cayenne, you know how you just like pick whatever sword technique you want to use?
Yes.
He had a timer. So you had to wait. And if you played like me with active turn battle, so like everything's happening in real time while you're sitting in the menus, if you're waiting for like Quadrislam for his 4th,
that's rough.
You're like waiting and getting like creamed.
Yeah.
So there were some big difficulty differences.
Yeah, like Sabin's in my party all the time.
Yeah.
I think he's my like main, I guess, but most other people swap out a little bit.
He was less reliable in the original version unless you were like really good at the inputs.
I think I've only ever missed one because it displays it.
Yeah,
so
it shows you. You can't screw it up.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, I only missed one because
me?
I just like fat fingered a button or something.
Yeah.
I was like, oh crap.
Yeah.
Like, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. And sometimes you can get unlucky, like when the parties split up and you recruit Shadow.
Yeah.
You know about that.
Yeah.
There's an RNG
chance he leaves,
and he can leave after the first. I had him leave after the first fight once.
Yeah, he stuck with me for quite a while.
And I was like, okay, that's cool. Pretty neat, good game, well designed.
It'd be nice if if that started after like at least a few fights or something.
Yep. Also, because I've played the game before, I know when to like unequip guys because they're gonna like leave, so that I can like.
I've gotten wrecked by that a couple times.
Yeah.
Where like a lot of really good things go into one person and they piece for like a while. It's like okay.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Now when they come back, those things aren't very good anymore.
Yeah.
And the sell rates is pretty rough. I don't actually know what it is, but it's pretty rough.
So 50-90.
Right.
I'm going to buy one.
To play Final Fantasy 6 on your Ally?
To play whatever. to play whatever I want.
To play Anno released 5 years ago on your PC?
Dude, I just got a 4K 240 hertz 27-inch. It supports DP 2.1. Wait. I didn't get anything. I'm not talking about anything.
But if you did get something in the future...
Then there'd be a video about it for sure.
And you'd want to make sure that you had something powerful to run it, I guess.
Yes. Just in case.
Because at those potential resolution and frame rates, that would be really tough.
Yeah. You
didn't say who it's from.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That helps quite a bit.
Cool. Anyway... apparently it's got a single 12-volt 2x6 power connector, which replaces 12-volt high power. Shorter sensor pins, longer conductor terminals. Okay. Or, hear me out, NVIDIA, PCIe 8-pin. Just put a bunch of them on like we used to. You know what? Forget it. Actually, it's a bad idea. All right, what are we supposed to be talking about? Explain merch messages. Yes. A few of you have found them already, I assume. Dan, how's the merch messages going over there?
They're pretty good. I'm keeping up just fine.
Really? Okay, well, we haven't really talked, for anyone who doesn't know about it yet, about the deal we have running on the all-new Commuter backpack! It's here! Let's go!
Yeah.
You've looked at it already, right?
I have one.
Oh, you have one. How do you like it?
It's very nice. I traditionally walked around with the power connector and laptop just like loose around work, and now it's my work backpack, which is nice.
Let's go. This is it, folks. The Commuter bag. It is selling like Billio. People are absolutely loving this thing. I've got a fully loaded one here. We're going to switch to the Linus. Oh, okay. We're maybe going to have to adjust this at some point because just hit my mic. Yeah, holding it on this side with the mic is very challenging. Anyway, it's got 2 water bottle holders. They are the same size, both of them. No, it's okay. We have 2 water bottle holders, so you can use one for your umbrella, one for your water bottle, whatever you like. We've got our pouch of holding. Oh my goodness, I'm dying.
Are you sure you don't want me to hold it?
Yeah, I'd be fine, but I got some tennis elbow, so my arm's in a lot of pain. Okay, yeah. If you just wanted to finish undoing the zipper, that'd be great. There we go. So it comes all the way down. You put your mouse in there, put your tech stack in there, put your notepad in there, your SSD in there, your pen, your screwdriver, of course, with our classic zippered screwdriver pocket in case you drop a bit or something like that in the bottom. We want to make sure you guys are able to get that out. We've got a sunglass holder in the top, sunglass pouch right in there. Get your sunglasses in there. And then, of course, it's tech forward. Zips all the way down so you can reach all your good stuff with 2 spots for battery banks or even gigantic power bricks and cables, and then a tablet slot as well as a laptop slot and another zippered pouch there. And the best part, and the part that has got people losing their minds, is I saw a lot of pricing speculation with people saying like, yeah, 150, that'd be like sick. 150 would be great, but I'm afraid to hope for it because this is all the same quality materials as the original bag, YKK zippers, Reprieve fabric made of recycled water bottles, all that good stuff. But we did it. 150, and for a limited time only, and I really do mean limited time only, it is $30 off. It is $120 if you buy it through YouTube Shopping.
Oh.
I just want to give you guys a little update here. Hold on, I'm just going to refresh the thing. So I already told people on the WAN show before. Someone says, I missed the YouTube deal. Sad. No, you didn't. What? The YouTube deal is active. It's active now. I told you guys before, it's limited to 1,700 units. So far, and Luke can verify this, because apparently I'm a big liar and a scumbag, if you believe all of the recent scandals or whatever. We're at 12,635 units. So we still have, what does that work out to? 4,400 units at the discounted price. It is possible that they will not make it through the weekend. So if you guys want to pick one up, the discount is through YouTube Shopping. What? Those numbers make no sense. Oh, 17,000. We have 17,000. Did I say 1,700? My bad.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm a big liar, so that's probably it. So we have 4,400 more discounts. You buy it through YouTube Shopping, which, Dan, is it set up on WAN Show today?
It should be pinned.
Okay.
I've seen some stuff that you might have to disable ad blocker for it to show up if you are using one.
That makes sense.
One thing that I'm finding
pinned,
as well, so you have to click on the little product. Okay, so I'll go to my laptop. You have to click on this thing, and then when it goes to the store, it's not going to show the discount immediately. So you have to add it to your cart. It shows the full price. You have to add it to, because it's YouTube's discount, whatever.
Yeah.
So you have to add it to your cart, and then in your cart, you'll see it. Boom.
Someone says WTF not on Floatplane. That's because the money, the $30
coming from YouTube.
is not from us.
Yeah.
So when your payment goes through, YouTube kicks in $30. We are getting $150. But to promote YouTube Shopping, Google is sort of co-launching this product with us, an extremely, extremely generous offer. We would be charging $149.99, and we're going to keep selling this backpack for years at $149.99. And based on the reactions that people had to the original price when we announced it, that's going to do great, and it's going to go gangbusters for us, for everyone who doesn't see this message right now. But Google is pitching in $30. So you could see that. Oh, I will not talk in any more detail about anything. Cool. Anyway, buy it through YouTube Shopping, $119.99.
Oh no,
see
what
you later.
I miss?
I don't know. I got like 4 messages from Nick. He just says stop talking, so I'm good.
It's technically 120.00. Got him. Linus is liar again.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Confirmed.
Unethical.
Why are you hiding the rest of the zeros from us? Free the floats.
Anyway, the point is we love YouTube Shopping. And we love our Google overlords.
I don't think they love us right now.
I don't know. Maybe they won't notice.
Okay, well, that's a merch message. Would you like me to read you one before you do the announcement?
Oh, yeah, we should explain merch messages. So while you're checking out on the store, you can leave a merch message. If you just put something in your cart, you'll get a little box. Hey, there you go. And you can send a merch message. Producer Dan, who looks like this and is in the dark today.
Okay.
We couldn't afford power over Christmas. Christmas was, we had too many Christmas lights running. We couldn't afford any lights for Dan.
The lake dried up.
Anyway, it'll go to producer Dan, who will pop your message up here or give you a response or curate it for me and Luke to respond to on the show. Dan, do you want to show us how it works?
Sure. Hi, LDL. Looking at where Luke is today, what do you guys think about lying on your resume? I'm looking for a new job and want to know what you guys think. Keep up the good work.
Well, being an unethical liar, I would say lie as hard as you can, as much as you can. I wouldn't advise it. By the time Luke, first of all, Luke faked it till he made it.
Yeah, that part's pretty important.
He did manage to successfully perform the job functions as expected, even though he did not have the experience that he claimed to have when he came into it. He figured it out. So you're going to have to be ready to do that. And by the time he got busted, or rather admitted it to me, it was in an as friends conversation as friends. And I was like, oh, you. Also, this is far from the worst you've done at this point, so I believe it.
That sounds about right.
It's not a good way to kick off a relationship, though.
Yes.
And I wouldn't advise you to try it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I've also, I've had a not insignificant amount. I kind of wish I never said it on camera, not because I don't mind owning it, but because people have, taken it as I'll do this to him and it'll be funny thing.
Oh, it serves you right.
And I've caught a bunch of people doing it, and then I'm like, well, I can't, that doesn't work.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where it's big bet, big reward, big downside.
Yeah.
Right? Bet big, you either win big or lose big. Because if we don't catch you, maybe you get the job. If we catch you, you will almost certainly be removed from any consideration.
Yeah, and a lot of the positions have like, and technically the one that I did had a form of testing as well. But a lot of the positions here have some form of testing or like a trial period or something like that.
Yeah, my interview process for him was a 3-hour vibe check. So,
yeah, and we filmed something.
In fairness, filming stuff back then was as simple as like,
oh yeah,
can you make sure that the correct object is visible in the screen?
So just do this.
Dude, with that said though, you'd be surprised at how many people fucked that up. They just couldn't. They just like couldn't. I'd be like, because like for you, it's obvious, right? If I'm like, Google's had an amazing year this year. They've come out with this and they've come out with that. And what I really want to show you is this. And I look at, okay, so to him, that's obvious. You wouldn't believe the number of people who just stayed on me while I was literally not even looking in the lens. And I'm like talking about this thing in my hands and I'm like, this, for the love of God, this.
There was no second take back then. So
yeah.
Especially because a lot of it legitimately was taking the thing out of the box. And in many cases, that was breaking seals. So like there was no second take.
Yeah. ZMBT says Luke's problem was he just focused the camera on the road.
That's a good reference.
Yeah, that's a quality reference.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Anyways, yeah, don't
do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Dear Duke Dan.
Oh, hold on. By East One says there is no second take because there's only one tape. There were times we cheated.
Oh yeah.
If something went catastrophically wrong, we would turn the box around.
Yeah.
And break the seal on the other side.
For sure. Yeah. It's just you don't aim to do that.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be like a really, really like last solution type situation.
Do you want to show Lieutenant Beefy where YouTube Shop is? Really quick, one more time. There's a few people that are having trouble finding it.
If you are having trouble finding it, so it's on the 6 months ago I teased you with this LTT store commuter backpack
That is
video.
not a great still frame.
If you're having trouble seeing this little block right here, it's probably something to do with ad blocking or tracking blocking or something like that. Some type of add-on you have, or potentially your browser, but you're probably running Chrome, so it's probably fine.
Should be on this WAN show as well.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's
should
cool.
be pinned in this WAN show. I sure hope so.
Let's see.
There it is.
Cool.
Okay. So that's how you do it.
And then that should bring you, right here. And then again, when you get to this page, it's not going to actually show it lower. You have to add it to your cart, and then in the cart, it will be discounted.
Cool beans.
There you go.
Okay.
One more?
Yeah, sure. Hit me with the merch message.
Dear Duke and Dan and vertically challenged superstar. What?
Sorry, one sec.
Go for it.
Some people are finding that it's geo-fence to a certain degree. So they have to VPN around to get it.
I wonder if that is a YouTube thing. Yeah,
I don't know.
Could be.
Idea.
Yeah, it could be limited. I don't know anything about that. It's a YouTube shopping promo, so we do not have any control over what regions YouTube shopping is able to operate in. And hey, it's still a great bag at $150.
Yeah, true.
Our notes say here you may need to disable your ad blocker or VPN if you don't see the tagged product. So yeah, I think it is geo-fenced.
Or enable your VPN. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Private internet. No, do we have a private internet access link? Coincidentally, Dan. If we have
PIA.
It's a service that we've talked about a lot, that I've used for many, many years now.
Yeah.
And just sometimes you run into situations where you need to access a thing as though the thing is from some other thing. I have no idea if it'll work on this. I legitimately don't know.
Check if you're getting skazammed on flight prices.
Like I've run into times when even using a VPN was not good enough. Like when I tried to buy a Valve Index, man, they got that locked. They had that locked down. I had to get someone from America with an American credit card from an American bank to buy that thing for me and send it up to me. God bless America.
Have you ever had the scenario where you get cheaper flights work? Southern Linus would actually be amazing.
These gosh darn 4090s.
I will take a stand. Anyways, have you had the flight prices thing work?
I have.
Okay,
I've had
cool.
people tell me that's debunked. It's debunked, but I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. We literally did a video
I didn't
about
know
it.
it was theoretically debunked or not. There was recently, I thought it was working, and then we figured out that it was Canadian versus USD, but they didn't show any differentiation.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Anyways,
Southern Linus and the Lukes of Hazard. Okay, credit to PK7 and Float Plane Chat. That's pretty good.
10 out
That's
of
good
10. Nicely done.
All right. Dan, why don't you hit us with one more?
I'm trying.
Wait, have you not done it yet?
No.
Well, get on with it, man.
What is the jankiest solution or fix ever suggested for something that everyone said no to, and looking back, how bad it would have really been?
Oh, man.
everyone said no to.
And
We don't say
it was,
no that often.
It was worse than expected.
Jankiest fix.
Most of the terrible janky fix solutions, I've just done them.
Yeah, and they mostly work.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if we've been burned that badly. Like
Yeah, to be honest.
The air fiber link between here and Creator Warehouse went out sometimes.
Okay.
But I think what we determined was the problem was that they were too close.
Oh.
No, they were too close to the roofs.
Oh, was it that? I thought they were too close to each other.
Oh, I mean,
And they were designed for like a higher power or something like
might
that.
have changed, but I think there was some reflections for them being like they're supposed to be on a post. We like
Got
glued
it.
them to the ground.
The swimming pool water cooling works, though.
Yeah, well, it does now.
Oh.
After that fitting like corroded away
Yeah.
and it leaked all over everything.
But I don't think that was like the concept.
Yeah,
that
it's
was the
also not
problem.
that janky. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah. And it's like a thing.
This one was funny. So the roof solar that's supposed to contribute to heating the pool, that one doesn't work at all.
Oh.
Because they filled it, and I forgot that they told me they filled it, but they didn't glycol it. So last winter, everything blew up. And it has to be like completely replumbed.
Oh, yikes.
And I haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that one was bad.
Speaking of which, how's the bike going?
Ugh.
Your bike is my Final Fantasy VI.
I made progress.
Oh, okay.
I made progress actually.
Never
This
mind then.
while I was off. I reset up everything. I added a second intake fan, so I have better positive pressure. So
Nice.
I was getting a little bit of dust on some of the previous parts.
Yeah.
I remixed my primer, which had settled into water and mud, and took probably about 10-15 minutes with the drill powered paint mixer to get going again. I redid my hangers for the wheels because the ones I was using before made them kind of hard to maneuver. So I made new ones out of like chopsticks and then aircraft wire and then like another chopstick so that it, instead of coming down like this, it comes down like this now. So it's a
Nice.
little bit easier to handle.
More room.
So no, I actually spent a few hours on it over the last being off this week.
Getting prepped.
I'm getting it going again. I got a space heater for the booth so that it won't get too low. I got that set up and made sure everything's good to go. So I'm actually good to get going again.
Nice.
I got this.
Do a stream where Linus paints his bike and Luke plays Final Fantasy VI. First to finish wins. That's not a horrible idea.
It's actually not a terrible idea.
That'd probably be pretty fun, actually.
I mean, you guys could just hang out in the shop together, and you know,
Well, there's
Luke plays it
even,
on
like-
an ally or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of multi-content style streaming that's happening these days, and like even just multi-content content. Like you look at the shorts with like the whatever racer thing going
Yeah.
on while they talk about something else.
Subway Surfers.
Yeah.
Here's the problem, though. These are projects that neither Luke nor I individually have managed to work on. Assuming that we are going to somehow align the stars so we can be in the same place at the same time doing it at the same time. I mean,
Oh,
yeah. Well, come on.
pause.
Come on, man. Get your mind out of the gutter. Get your mind out of the gutter.
It likes it there. It's comfortable. It's familiar.
I didn't actually watch the video. Did they cut out my? Did they cut out? No, you never mind. If they cut it out, then I'll leave it cut out. Okay, what are we supposed to be doing? Cool.
The LTT Commuter backpack announcement, is that different than what we did for the merch messages call out?
I don't think so.
Okay.
They just have cute links. If you go to lmg.gg/discount, please, then it will take you to the store. And then when you add it to the cart, it'll automatically be applied. So if you're having trouble, lmg.gg/discount, please.
That brings you to the YouTube video.
Oh, cool. All right.
Slide again.
See you later. Bad guy.
And it's kind of however you want to spell it. Please, full word, PLZ, PLS, both of those words.
It's a bad guy.
All three of those words.
All right. I had a lot of fun hanging out with Colin and Samir.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
The video went up. It's funny. They, I felt like, I don't know. I felt like they did a really good job. They just kind of, man, the dossier they had on me.
Yeah.
I don't think that made it into the cut, but they had like a book this thick on me. It included everything from like AI summaries that were full of mistakes to like a printout of the Wikipedia, which I think might also have some mistakes on it. But they also had like past sort of times I've addressed stuff or stories that I've told on like WAN shows. So they had all these like citations. Like they had clearly they have someone who, or either they do it or someone on their team does it, where they go through and they have like a whole like background check process for guests on their show, which makes me all the more surprised that they decided to host me, given how controversial I am. It was actually really interesting reading through both that and assumptions.
Yeah.
Reading through sort of like the audience questions. And then in the case of Colin and Samir, the questions beforehand compared to the comments on the video itself. Like
I noticed that too.
It is a stark difference.
It really is.
What the like terminally online commenters want to talk about versus what people who actually watch a video care about. No relation to each other whatsoever. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. I was very surprised to see the final cut and that it was like 2 hours long, because we only sat down for a little over 2 hours. Like I don't think they ultimately cut that much out of it. I think Colton had asked to have a look at it, but I never had a look at the cut before they uploaded it.
I skipped through parts of it. I haven't. It's long. I don't have much time.
I don't think you need to watch it. Like
yeah.
you literally watch. You live through. You survive. Sorry, I keep changing the language here to better reflect the situation.
Survive.
The WAN show every week, so I don't think you need to. Yeah, and you were there for a lot of the stories that I was telling, so there really isn't. I don't think.
I just wanted to see like what the vibe was. Basically, that was all I was really doing, and it seemed pretty good.
I didn't sleep well the night before, I'll tell you that much.
You seemed fairly relaxed though.
I was trying to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's like
I thought that was pretty good.
Like we wanted a chance to kind of talk to an audience other than just our own audience.
Yeah.
That's why we went down and did it in their studio, and why we went down and did assumptions as well. I think that for a while I've been a bit of a shut-in. Like there's been some exceptions lately. We've done some fun collabs like with Mighty Car Mods, but like I've never really done like the interview circuit or anything like that. Like it was very generous of Ludwig to invite me to the yard, but I've never really gone out and been like, hey, do you need a guest for your show before that I can remember. And it was fun, actually. Yeah, it was fun. It was cool to see how many people in our audience caught that the collab was coming when we shot our Arc Battle Mage video in their studio.
Oh.
Yeah. because like their audience obviously knew because they posted ahead of time, hey, do you have any questions for Linus? Which, by the way, as far as I can tell, they completely ignored because they had their own questions ready. And I read through the questions that people asked on Twitter and stuff. I was like, I don't remember seeing any of this there.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I was, because I've watched some of their content before, just sort of like, I don't know, I think they actually do some really interesting stuff.
Well, yeah, they're like the creators
YouTube metagame
about creators for creators channel.
Yeah. It's I've watched quite a bit of their stuff. And something that I've noticed is that people tend to be pretty relaxed and pretty open. And I was like, okay, is Linus going to go like presenter style? Like, will you have come off just filming something an hour before because that's normal and be like in like presenter mode? And then no, like you were kind of chilling, having an open conversation. So I think
it was good that Colton and I went together because we talked for like 4 hours on the flight down there. Yeah. So maybe I was just in like chill chatting about the business mode because realistically, both of us are the kind of people that just never turn off. So we literally talked for like 4 hours on the flight down there. Didn't shut up the whole time. I'm sorry to anyone who was on that flight from YVR to LAX. My apologies.
Yeah.
Someone's saying I should go on Joe Rogan. I've had that suggested before. A, I've never been invited. B, I don't know what we'd talk about. I literally have no idea because I find I am very knowledgeable about a niche that, as far as I can tell, almost no one cares about, which is like tech YouTube, because a lot of what I know is not even necessarily applicable to non-tech or at least tangentially related, like science or education YouTube, or like you could kind of find ones that are like kind of similar where you're trying to present information and also make it entertaining or whatever else.
Yeah. Next topic.
Yeah, Scrappy DP says he doesn't know who you are. 100%. He has absolutely no idea who I am. I don't think I've ever seen him operate a computer. So, I think his producer at some point or something talked about the screwdriver though.
Redban is not his producer, but has worked with him in the past and definitely knows who we are for sure. He's like the what is the Kill Tony.
Oh, okay. That's the one I'm thinking about. Yep.
But I think he used to work with Joe Rogan in the way past or something.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, Redban's worn, like, he's had like, I think he's talked about the screwdriver before. He's worn an LTX sweater on one of the Kill Tonys in the past.
Cool.
Yeah, so he's definitely been around. Also, I think I don't remember. I guess this would be before you were doing YouTube stuff. But I thought Joe Rogan was really into like Quake.
I've heard that.
And doing LAN stuff back in the day. I don't know.
That would have had to be like 1,000 years ago.
It would have been a long time ago.
All right. Melody Bun, there is no risk of me going on Rogan. They're begging me not to go on. Like, I have not been invited. He literally doesn't know who I am. It's fine. Just chill.
Linus, do you think like a gorilla could play badminton?
Sorry, what?
Like a gorilla, like they're pretty strong and like fast. What do you think?
Are you saying I should play Joe Rogan in badminton?
No. Like a gorilla. Do you think that could play badminton?
He's trying to be Joe Rogan.
I'm prepping you for your interview.
I've never watched the Rogan Experience.
Okay.
I've seen the occasional clip here and there. Like, are those the kind of questions he asks?
I don't know. I've seen clips
there's
like that.
A meme that all his interviews turn into him talking about like, what if this was a giant scary animal and could you like take it on?
So it doesn't matter that you're a tech YouTuber because you won't be talking about that.
I see.
It's like that. I think the whole thing is like, yeah, like, could you fight a bear / have you done DMT before? That's the meme, I think.
What's DMT?
I was gonna mention that, but didn't.
Drug.
Oh, okay. What is it though?
I don't know.
Dimethyltryptamine. As a
I think
strong
the answer is
psychedelic
you
drug.
have not.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously. But like, what's its colloquial name?
DMT.
WAN versus Joe Rogan in a cage. That would end poorly.
Yeah, like, he might be old, but he's still a lot bigger than me. Anyway.
He's gonna do one of those spinny kicks and send us into orbit.
Dimitri and Fantasia. Schedule 1 controlled substance in the United States. Blah 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 blah. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's just
it
called
goes by other names.
just called DMT.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, now I know about that. So if I ever get into when I start my hookers and blow arc, then
There you go.
I'll have another
DMT and bears.
I would work in Vancouver, I'll tell you that.
Please tell me the bear thing was intentional.
I'm sorry. I'm going to shut up now.
Oh man.
I mean, I feel like I'm overdue for a real scandal, you know? Like I feel like to put things in context, I need to like run over some orphans or something, you know? Because then me not talking about, you know, a sponsor that we haven't worked with in 3 years will be just people will be able to put it in the correct context, you know?
Yeah.
Like, come on, tell me, what scandal do you guys want? You want like a good one?
Don't you know? Just don't run over orphans.
Give me something.
You know,
Speeding. Ugh, come on. I mean, that was another funny one to me, just because like the fact that every other car YouTuber does blur their speedo, does that make what they're doing like the fact that they successfully blur their speedo, does that make it like better? Like, I'm not saying that it's a good thing to do, that you should just rip around on public roads.
Wasn't he in a school zone?
There was a children at play sign of some sort, but I don't think there's any concrete evidence that it was in effect. It may have been time delimited.
Got it. Okay.
Like, dude, there was that Scrapyard Wars when I was literally texting while driving in Scrapyard Wars. And I'm not saying that's good and you shouldn't do that. It was a different time for real. And that's not a good excuse. Like, distracted driving is terrible.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that, like, it was interesting to watch how eager people were to, like, nail Marquez to the cross for that one. And I'm not saying what he did was right. And the timing sucked.
I think
coming right on the heels of the...
I think that's most of it, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of what's gone on with us has been...
Blood in the water.
Has been a significant amount of residual anger that goes all the way back to Adblock is piracy.
Yeah, probably.
I think that was our first thing where people felt like personally attacked, even though I never said don't do it.
And there's a certain degree that you get to. I've had this conversation with a few people.
Yeah.
There's a certain degree that you get to when it is encouraged and cheered on by the community to attack a person or a group of people.
Yeah.
So it ends up being like the safe route. Like I think I can think of one particular point in time where it was the safe route to throw at us with everything you could.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So like it was,
anything else would have gotten you like destroyed.
Yeah.
Even if you said nothing.
Even if you said nothing,
you would have looked like you're evil or something.
So then like, and that residuals for a long time.
I don't think it goes away.
Potentially ever, yeah.
I'm not convinced it goes away. Okay, so hold on a second. We've got suggestions though. We've got suggestions for a proper scandal.
Nice.
Okay. Interesting. Linus is actually 6'5". Lied the whole time. That's good.
Nice.
That's good.
Nice.
Dracus asks, how were the Diddy parties? Dude, if you think I am anywhere near cool enough to be invited to a music industry party, please.
Again, Joe Rogan doesn't know who he is.
Remember when we talked recently?
I'm not trying to say he's associated to Diddy just before people freak out.
It's already starting.
Oh, no. That was not my point at all.
Remember when we were talking recently about like celebrities that I've met, and I couldn't think of any.
Yeah.
Like even Seth Curry, the lesser Curry, still great NBA player. I don't watch basketball, but still, my understanding, I looked at his stats. I creeped his stats, and they were good. Still great, but like I haven't met anybody. I don't know anybody. I don't.
Wait, the lesser Curry? Who's the greater Curry?
Steph.
Oh.
Yeah, they had 2 kids. They named them Steph and Seth.
Wow.
Yeah. Good thinking.
I don't watch. I thought they were the same person.
No, not even.
Okay.
Yeah, not even.
All right.
Oh yeah, I met Deadmau5. I mean, Joel's kind of niche famous too, though.
I think so.
Like he's like, if you're into EDM
now, I think so.
And you don't know who Deadmau5 is, you're like a cultural moron, basically. But if you're not into EDM and you don't know who Deadmau5 is, like, yeah. Like he had like 1 song on the radio. Like, let's be real. And I think in our age bracket, and
pretty much everybody knew, I think.
Pretty much everybody knew, but outside of that, please.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
And Joel's super cool. Nothing against him or anything. Yeah. But when you talk like famous, I mean, I did meet Paris Hilton.
Okay.
I was in the same room.
Did you meet her? Or were you in the same room?
I complained about her.
Did you meet her? Or were you complaining about her in the same room?
She uploaded that Christmas video of her naked. So I would say that I've actually seen more of her than most people in my life.
Wow. That is a very positively parasocial thing for everyone that enjoys OnlyFans, I think. All the OnlyFans enjoyers are like...
Yeah, I know them. I've seen a lot of them.
Yeah.
She's disrupting the market.
If Joe Rogan did know who you were and invited you, would you go on?
I think I would probably leave it to the management team.
It's like, I think it would be fine.
I'd probably then you feel free to cast your vote, but sure. I don't think I'd weigh in on that. I think that's something I'd let the team decide, because that way I get plausible deniability. I can just be like, yeah, the executive team sent me here. I just work here. Because I honestly don't. That is
fairly true.
I don't really have an opinion. I've seen clips. Like I said, I've come across the odd clip. I've never actually like sat through an entire podcast, but I've seen clips here and there that make it look like a very, very stupid thing. But I've also seen clips that seem to have intelligent people and some semblance of like a coherent intellectual conversation. So I don't really know what to make of it.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think things like that, like. Yeah, if you keep your head about you, like, whatever. I don't know. It's just talking.
Man, we discover Linus pays people to play games for him. That could be something. Nah, there's
to play games.
You guys got nothing. You guys got nothing.
Badminton Center's a drug front.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
There's shipping bays on the back.
Shuttlecocks, more like mule penises. Like mules, like for drugs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and they're big. So lots of drugs, big mule penis drugs. I don't know.
Like aphrodisiacs.
I don't know the lingo, okay?
I think it's panda.
Oh man. What else we got here?
Shuttlecocks. You could have a cockfighting ring.
Oh man, even in the floatplane, it's amazing how many people like actually believe some of the stuff that is just like not true at all. Someone said someone committed suicide because of you. That's not true at all. That is not true. That is absolutely false. I have personally verified that is absolutely false.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's so bizarre the way that someone can say something about you online.
And it becomes
canon in some people's heads, and you can never reach 100% of them. You can never reach 100% of them again.
Luke is actually allergic to chicken and rice.
Oh, that would throw off my whole worldview.
What does it mean?
Maybe his allergy is that it engorges certain parts of his body.
Oh, no.
Which would actually work out great given what he cooks his famous chicken for. For his 100% success chicken rate.
That could be quite convenient, actually.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner indeed. I love that your mom watches the show.
Yeah. Very good.
Okay.
Talking of Luke's private parts, do you want to do sponsors?
Yeah, sure. Luke's Privates are brought to you by our sponsor, JumpCloud. Is your IT team stuck in the office while you're decking the halls and they're busy patching the walls? Our sponsor, JumpCloud, is here to spark some joy for your IT staff. JumpCloud is an open directory platform that centralizes your entire tech stack, from user identities to device management access. They can work remotely from anywhere, whether it's with PC, iPhone, Android phone, or even a Linux computer. Having a hard time jumping through IT challenges? They've also got the JumpCloud community, where IT admins can learn more about JumpCloud, ask questions, swap ideas, and get help from others in the industry. It's a space for all IT pros to connect and share their knowledge. Need a handy template or script? Want to brush up on integrating your HRIS? You'll find it all there. Join the JumpCloud community to connect with other IT professionals using our link in the video description. The show is also brought to you by MSI. Is your PC struggling, and did you cry like a sad little boy? Don't worry. Our sponsor MSI is here, like a loving, powerful mother, ready to fix everything. Check out their Mag Z890 Tomahawk Wi-Fi. It's designed for Intel Core Ultra CPUs with an LGA 1851 socket and is all about serious performance. It's ready for DDR5 memory, powered by a duet rail power system, and stays cool under pressure thanks to its Frozer Guard cooling setup. It's also got extended heat sinks and their easy M.2 Shield Frozer 2. Oh my goodness, look at all this. You get Wi-Fi 7, 5G LAN, Thunderbolt 4, and PCIe 5 to keep everything running fast and smooth no matter what you throw at it. Plus, their easy DIY features make installation quick and hassle-free. Okay, that is super cool. I just used that for the first time.
Finally.
When we did the all MSI PC. It's like actually awesome. It's like legitimately awesome.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, it's like a little like nipple. It's like nipple SSD installation technique.
Good.
Anyway, check out the MSI Mag Z890 Tomahawk Wi-Fi motherboard by clicking the link in the video description. Finally, the show is brought to you by boot.dev. Coding can sound boring, but learning to code, it's like trying to read the manual for the manual. But our sponsor, boot.dev, cracked the code. Boot.dev is a fully online, self-paced, gamified way to get into the world of coding. You'll get your hands on the keyboard and write a ton of code by completing quests, and eventually you can challenge the boss. You can learn back-end web development from start to finish using Python and Go programming languages, and it's not just here for fun and games. Boot.dev even teaches you how to land a programming job when you're ready. According to Stack Overflow, the median salary for back-end developers in the US in 2023 was over $100,000. The best part? Boot.dev offers a 30-day, no-questions-asked refund policy and a free demo of every course. So check out boot.dev at the link in the description and get 25% off your first payment using our code WAN. That's 25% off your first month or your first year, depending on which subscription you choose. All right. What are we supposed to be doing, Dan?
I think let's do some more topics.
Sure. I like this one. 2024 was a year. Yes, it was. Mm-hmm. What were your favorite moments? We asked the writers, what were your favorite videos that you worked on this year? Oh, this is fun. Okay, Luke, do you mind clicking them so that I can like switch over to your laptop or something like that?
Yep.
First up is David with his console tier list. Perhaps the most high-effort tier list video ever made, says David, the Cleopatra of the tier list format. Can you tell the guy writes for a living? David says, I loved making this video because it fell outside of our comfort zone. I especially liked the challenge of coming up with visuals for the longer storytelling bits, like the paper puppet show during the Sony intro or the CRT A-roll during the Sega bit. Only Video Game Donkey has a more popular console tier list. I am very proud of how this one turned out. Yeah, this one has been a slow burn. Out of the gate, it actually did not perform very well for us, but over time, it's cranking.
Very clickable.
Yeah, it's doing great, and
very evergreen.
You can see that like to view ratio, very solid, very solid. The team outdid themselves on this one. It was an extremely high effort video, and it's long. Like putting together a high effort edit like this for a 10-minute video, that's a lot of work. Putting it together for a 30-minute video, and it never slows down. Like the quality of this video is just outstanding. They did a really good job.
I think it's pretty interesting that the highest replay spike is not the final tier list.
I think it's because everyone just
the final tier list is a high spike, but not the highest.
I think everyone just kind of knows, like it's PlayStation.
Yeah.
And there was some really like interesting stuff, like this bit. Even though a lot of people know the history there, David did a great job of providing a really excellent and fast summary of it.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, next up, we've got Adam. I built the world's biggest gaming TV. I can't believe Linus took this down to build a stupid badminton center. We were there till like 1 a.m. and it was worth every minute. You got that one up yet?
Yeah.
This was legitimately an unforgettable experience. Unforgettable. Dan was there. Dan wasn't even working.
No one told me I would have been there.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
They called me like 4 hours late. I think I arrived at like 11 p.m.
Scammed.
Yeah.
Absolutely worth it.
It's hard to even get a sense of the scale of it. Like it's enormous.
It's bonkers.
So cool though. And like even just watching Dan play Flight Sim on it.
You played Flight Sim?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I said at the time, it felt more immersive to me than VR. Just because of like...
Oh, unlimited FOV.
Yeah.
Look, there I am. Oh yeah, you were driving the car. The car was bigger than a real car.
Like you can see the couch.
Yeah. Whoa!
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, dude, so cool.
That's nuts.
Those walls are
Wow! I think that's the Flight Sim part.
35 feet tall, I think.
32.
32, yeah.
Yeah. And like the fact that we lucked out and it was actually slightly over 2,000 inches.
Dance.
So we got to meme on Frank's 2,000-inch TV.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I loved it. Man, this is amazing because I didn't even remember either of those. Like,
yeah.
Our writing team
guys make a
and
lot
our
of
editors
content.
work on a lot of videos.
Yeah.
I work on, okay, how many writers we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to also count myself, 7, because I do write videos from time to time. So I literally work on 6 to 7 times as many videos as them. So there are things that I just...
And all the streams.
Blank on. I didn't remember that either of those were this year.
Those were this year?
Yeah, it feels like they were longer ago.
Dude,
to be
we
honest.
do cool stuff.
Oh yeah.
We like actually
Very
do cool
often.
stuff.
Yeah.
Crying out loud.
Yeah.
Plouffe says his favorite, no way, is
Working on it.
this one.
Got it.
Oh, wrong one. I have 2 weeks to file a dispute for this scam TV. Okay, it is the hardest that I think I have ever seen Plouffe laugh in the years that we have been working together. So you got to skip forward. It's probably going to be a view spike. Forward, way forward. Look for the big one at the end. This is probably it. That's got to be it. So there's a point here where he realizes... Wait for it. That's inside the glass, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, yikes.
He realizes that the only person he knows who's stupid enough to get ripped off by this thing is sitting right next to him. Look at, have you ever seen a man so happy?
Oh man.
Oh, dude, no acting could ever be that pure and that genuine. The mirth,
Oh, man.
the mirth that this man felt. So he says, just like Jake Tivey, I enjoy wasting Linus's money. Also, apparently, once the refund was finally going to happen, support ghosted us. Did we not get a refund?
Oh boy.
Oh. You know, we've had to dial back the like references to like wasting my money and stuff in videos because people get so hung up on it. They're like, oh, Linus flexing his money again, or like, it's not even his money, it's the company's money. It's just like people get so mad about it. What they don't understand is I don't write that into the videos. The team writes that into the videos. They think it's funny. I'm like, what do you want? And so I have to sit there and tell them, yeah, this thing that you enjoy and you think is like genuinely funny to meme on, because people will get upset on behalf of the team. They'll be like, yeah, Linus flexing his money in front of his team that can't afford this crappy Chinese TV or whatever. But they're the ones who love it.
That's pretty funny.
All right, what else we got? Oh yeah. Alex obviously was going to pick this one. The Mighty Car Mods collab. Coincidentally, Plouffe's least favorite video. Plouffe says, not my least favorite, but I do wish y'all had like one extra day. Thanks Customs for delaying the engine, because it took a while for them to actually get it driving ready for him.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was sitting in 105 for like the next couple weeks.
Oh, wow.
This is such a great moment for the
That
engine.
was pretty cool.
It's so awesome having them all in the engine bay there. I love it.
I have a response from Plouffe here about the TV.
Oh, what do you say?
Let's see.
Wow, Plouffe with the game sense to message the producer rather than messaging me. I think that's a first for WAN show.
No, I messaged Plouffe.
Oh, all right then.
That's my W.
Nice.
Or we can both take the L's. I don't know. We'll share. I like sharing L's.
2 L's.
Yeah. They
Makes
make
a W.
They make a W. Let's see. AliExpress is offering a partial refund, but not telling me the amount. I said I either want to return it or get a full refund. They closed the case.
Oh. Okay, case closed then, I guess.
Yeah, let's see. Visa. They reached out to Visa. Basically, both TVs are lumped in the same purchase, and AliExpress, they've appealed 5 times. So
they've appealed the chargeback.
You've purchased 2 TVs.
No way. I should be able to get my money back. What's the point of chargeback if I can order the wrong thing and they just get to be like, yeah, it's a Chinese inch? What's a Chinese inch?
Wait, did they say that?
Yeah.
What?
They said, yeah, our inches are different from your inches.
What? Oh, no, I think the Visa is a separate thing.
Oh, okay. All right, well, we'll figure it out.
If Plouffe says if it makes you feel better, the video did get 3 to 5 million views.
What's 3 to 5 million? Plouffe does have access to this dashboard. Did he say that, or are you saying that?
That's what.
Oh
he
my
said.
God, this is real.
What's up? Okay, so yes, that's true, but the TV then should be bigger, not smaller.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So we measured it every possible way, and also there's multiple Chinese inches. And Andy talked us through it. So we measured it. If it was centimeters, it's not right. If it was Chinese inches, it's not right. And if it was regular inches, it's not right. It's just completely invented. Like it's nothing to do with anything on any measuring tape. Anyway.
Okay.
All right, let's keep going. Elijah. Really? Huh.
Ad.
Yeah, if only there was some way to, because you know that we're going to do the next thing, queue up the... Okay, it doesn't matter. The point is, his favorite was, why did you make me build this? The CEO PC build. This was his second time water cooling. He was apparently super nervous. P.S. When are we selling the poster? The video hit 100,000 likes. Okay, so there's a poster at the end. If you go to Terren's office. Yeah, just anywhere in his office. So that poster. I think we are going forward with it. I don't think it's going to be that big. But yeah, you guys did reach 100,000 likes, so there's no real avoiding that at this point. Pope.
He was able to get rid of the chair, which is great. He still has to use, I think he still has the keyboard.
He still has the computer.
And the computer, which is loud and annoying.
That's not my problem. So that sounds like a CEO issue.
If it reduces the performance of your CEO,
poster
it's
soon,
your problem.
probably in January.
Really?
This is from Nick Light.
Yeah, I forgot. Like, it's during the workday today.
There will be an option to buy the big one. Yeah, that's why I reached out.
No way. Oh my gosh. Okay. I responded to this. I didn't realize that it was a segment for WAN Show. I said, I love all my videos equally. That's like asking me to pick my favorite child. He actually put a screenshot of that from Teams in there. But I really enjoyed the 3D home theater video, even if no one else cared about it. It was pretty cool to put together like a true cinema grade passive 3D setup. The number of people that provided advice to me on how I could have done it better or cheaper by using active shutter glasses or whatever. It's like, bro, I followed 3D pretty closely. I am aware of fucking shutter glasses. I did it this way because I wanted passive 3D with glass optics. I have never seen anything as good as the 3D setup that was in my house. It was awesome. The only thing that I would like to do differently is I would like to get my hands on a higher quality DLP projector. I also learned about another type of filter that could help me make non-DLP projectors, like make the light polarizable or something. It's a whole... I forget what it's called. Anyway, I linked Elijah to some articles in case we were going to do a follow-up, but the video didn't get any views, so we probably won't. But I'd like to get my hands on some better DLP projectors with lens shift so that I could perfectly align the images. And then, oh man, so cool. I would totally have that set up, maybe as part of like Whaleland or something. I also really enjoyed doing the Equinix tour. I always love getting access to places other people don't get to go. It's one of my favorite perks of this job. So cool. And then the last one that came off the top of my head was the motherboard repair video. That was probably the most pure joy and like exhilaration that I have felt filming a video in at least a couple of years. Just like stacking up those W's. Although we have one coming. Oh no, this one came out already. The one where the wife threw the guy's PC out the window. Off the 3-story balcony when he asked for a divorce. Have you watched it?
I've gone through parts of it.
Oh, okay. We got all but one component working.
Yes, I did know that.
All but one.
Wait, no, I think I did watch the whole thing.
Yeah, that was super awesome.
I was very surprised.
I've also got another response here from Nick Light. I'm on vacation. You, Linus, I'm not working.
I'm on vacation. You, Linus.
There's a blank in there.
No, he said, you, Linus, I'm not working.
You, Linus. What's you,
blank
Linus?
You, Linus.
You, Linus.
Oh!
He
Nice.
said, you, Linus.
Nice.
God, I hope my button works.
Doesn't for us.
Jordan said, I'm on vacation, Adam. Please stop messaging me. Nice. And then Belle's favorite was, you might feel a little pressure. The Ludwig Swipe Plus bidet short circuit. That was actually a lot of fun.
What?
Oh, sorry. I just assumed you wouldn't bother clicking it.
Wow. That was the only one that's had an ad. Like, this one didn't have an ad on it.
That was awesome. How many views did this get? We should hire this guy. 850,000 views on a bidet.
Yeah.
Absolutely natural talent. I mean, I told him this when he came up here. I was like, if there's anything, I think I actually said this on the yard, but the guy is an S tier personality.
Yeah.
Like, just, you could probably put him in front of anything with anyone doing anything.
They do pretty well.
And he'd like figure out the vibe, settle in, and just perform. Like, the guy is, just absolutely S tier.
Good at what he does.
Okay. Oh, Sammy. Sammy picked a favorite one. I haven't watched this video. You haven't watched your own setup, Doctor?
That's weird.
No
actually weird.
way.
I feel like I would watch mine.
Yeah, he says he has a hard time watching himself.
Oh.
I'm the same. I haven't watched mine.
What? Oh, what? Okay.
I was working up the courage too, but...
Well, anyway, all right. Yeah, he said that was his joke answer. And then his real answer was, this is how we make an LTT video 2024. This was outstanding. And I didn't even know about it until I watched it. The team did such an outstanding job of this video, going through the entire process in like a...
This is super cool.
I don't know how to describe why it's so much better than the way that we've done it in the past, but I think this might be the best like-dislike ratio on Floatplane.
You just ruined it now.
No, they won't. Floatplane's not like that.
I'm gonna do it.
What, Dan? No, Floatplane's not like that. They don't respect that.
Floatplane's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, he said it was a video idea he wanted to do for over a year, and
don't, Sammy.
Outstanding exclusive. Are you kidding me right now?
Hold on, I can block mods.
You can,
yeah,
you
Dan,
can,
do it.
Ban them.
Do it. Ban him. Ban him from Floatplane. Okay.
Hi, Sammy.
Adam added some other stuff, some stats. 844 million views on the channel this year. 172 million hours of watch time. 234 LTT videos, 59 live streams, 34 shorts, 126 Floatplane exclusives, including behind the scenes and exclusive live streams and themed weeks.
Themed weeks are sick.
640,000 new subscribers. Oh, we have some most viewed videos. Can you guess the top 3? Okay, well, I know one of them.
I have a theory for one of them, which I'm very surprised wasn't mentioned at all.
Oh, really?
Up above.
I know the top one is the... Ooh, hold on.
I have a theory of what one it is. Should I write it down?
Yeah, you can write it down, but I know it's one of 2. It's... Oh, shoot. Oh, it's one of 3. Oh, shoot. I think the top viewed video on the channel for this year is actually the Samsung folding displays short from CES.
That isn't what I thought, and that isn't what I wrote down. Interesting.
Oh, we didn't count that apparently. So I think we might have gotten it wrong. I guess they're only counting VOD, but yeah, no, the top performing other than that would have been the underwater scooter, but that's another short, or the Taiwan PC.
Okay, I wrote down Taiwan.
Yeah. That one far and away outperformed everything else this year.
Yeah. I'm
gonna sort by views here. I think, I don't know, over 10 million. Is that enough zeros? I don't even know. Yeah. So this short from January of 2024 got almost 13 million views.
Whoa.
Yeah. This one got a lot, but it's from the previous year. And then the underwater scooter one, I think, did like 8 or 9 million or something like that. So hold on, let's have a look at what Adam's got. So can you guess the top 3? Yeah, I knew that one off the top of my head. As for the next one, man, I don't know. We actually played this game recently, and I had no idea when we did the 16th anniversary stream. I had no idea what like top performing videos were from the channel. I don't spend nearly as much time in the dashboard now that it sucks so much.
Yeah, so the other 3, I knew Taiwan PC was gonna smash. Other than that, crap. I feel like the iPhone video is gonna be up there somewhere.
No, it's like good. I think it's got like 3 million, 2.9 million or something like that.
The next segment is commented. I bet you it's up there for that one. Most views though.
Because the giant TV was last year, right?
Was it?
I think the giant TV was last year.
Oh, you don't mean like the projector setup at the badminton center? Yeah.
No.
Because that one, I just saw that one had almost like 4 million views, I think.
Okay, I give up.
I don't know.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, that's such a hack.
What?
The second one totally is the TV. Hint wasn't published this year, so I put it. Oh, it's the ones that got the most views this year. Okay. I'm giving myself some credit for that one. Because I only excluded it because I thought it was ones that were published this year.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, I don't know what the third one is. I don't know what the third one is. No way. This one like bombed out of the gate. 5.3 million.
5.3.
Yeah, this one did not do well. Hold on, I'm not logged into the right account here, but let's go find it. I'll show you guys. Like this one, it was supposed to be like a sequel to a top performer because this is EVGA classified.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Wow.
like, dude, this started. Come on. This started like at the low end of typical.
Yep.
And then just reached escape velocity and then just has not
Never
slowed down.
stopped.
15,000 views today. Like just casually racking them up. Yeah. That doesn't
30,000 views last 48 hours for a video that old is crazy.
It doesn't happen that much anymore. It
No.
used to be how our entire channel growth was
It's like
architected.
half of what we talked about.
yeah. Was just you make evergreen content and it just like gets views forever. But only a few of them break out like that.
Yeah. Crazy.
All right. What was our bonus fourth? They left this in my driveway. The Kluven's Scorpion gaming chair. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. That's such a great thumbnail.
I forgot that was this year.
And the fact that title is not clickbait. Like that's actually what happened. We ordered the thing and they just dumped it like in the driveway.
It was 11 months ago.
We didn't even sign for it. Like they just left it there. I'm like, really?
That seems a little silly.
Absolutely wild. Okay, most commented video with 13,000 comments. That's got to be the iPhone video. There's no way. Oh no, it was the $5,000 PC in the Taiwanese tech mall. And then the next one was April Fool's. That checks out.
Oh man, are none of them the iPhone video? Is the last one the iPhone?
The last one was the iPhone video.
Oh, okay.
10,800 comments on I really tried Apple iPhone 30-day challenge. I'm still using it, by the way, but only because I'm lazy. And migrating WhatsApp off of iPhone, I've heard, is even worse than migrating WhatsApp onto the iPhone.
Oh.
So I'm really not looking forward to that because I used to lose my chat history all the time. And that's one of the reasons that I stuck with the Note 9 for so long.
Honestly, I don't know why people keep using WhatsApp, to be honest.
I mean,
I've never understood how it survived.
it's fine.
But like,
The
so is everything else. Everything's fine.
It's where my chat history is.
You keep
there's
losing it.
No, I haven't lost it in like 6 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used to lose my chat history all the time. Like I didn't even realize with because like text message migration would be really sloppy unless you like went and did it at the store or with like the proper app or whatever. So like,
I'm not saying a lot of
back
people
in the
don't still
days.
use it. Tons of people still use it. I just don't understand why.
And then like losing my WeChat history was super inconvenient at one point. I don't know if you recall that.
Yes.
But I had a lot of people accuse me of impropriety because I didn't have WeChat receipts for something. I'm like, I didn't even realize it didn't cloud backup. I don't know. Just like China not have the cloud? Like, okay. I thought they keep everything. I'm sure somebody has it.
Can you give it back to me, please? At least a copy.
And then, yeah, WhatsApp, the migration just like kind of sucks. Like you can at least use it across multiple devices now, which is a big upgrade.
Yeah, like, why? This is what I mean.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
I don't understand.
I get it. It's been pretty sticky because almost everyone I know uses either that or Facebook Messenger. And Facebook Messenger is like the predominant one for like organizing group events. Mm-hmm. And then WhatsApp is the big one for like group chats.
Yeah. When is your heart out? Is it 17 minutes from now?
No. 1 hour, 16 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, 6.
Yeah, we got time.
5. Okay, sweet.
As for our best like ratios, the Power Color Factory Tour at 99.08%.
Honestly, not surprised.
That was a cool video.
That was a wicked video.
That was an awesome video.
Oh, it's tied though.
Tied with Hello Old Friend. Media Ripping Explained. That was a thick video.
Yeah.
Like it was dense.
Yeah.
Very like information heavy. How did that end up performing?
That's what I'm checking. Yeah.
Hello Old Friend. Here we are. I'll bring up the dashboard. Yeah. This is more typical these days, where even something that performs really well,
Flatlines.
Just
Flatlines
eventually
high, but still.
Yeah, but
only
like
because it got there
started
right away.
high. Yeah, in August it had 1.54 million.
Like for contrast, what's it?
And
yeah,
today,
last 48, 2230.
Yeah. So basically dead. So this kind of like how to rip media or whatever information. The only reason this shot up like this is because it had a really good title and thumbnail, and then that's it. It's like they're not going to keep serving this. Bummer. YouTube's just different now, and you have to adapt to the meta or you die.
Knowing that a lot of evergreen just dies, and knowing that the audience is actually surprisingly cyclical, would you consider remaking old videos? Because I know that was a
Absolutely.
thing that you were hardline on no in the past.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
At this point, yeah.
It seems like it makes sense now.
Especially because like there's new information that hadn't come out or we didn't know or has changed.
Yeah, or you can just do a better job potentially.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them, especially from the really early days.
How to water cool a PC, the last guide you'll ever need in 4K.
Yeah, sure.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Like we could, I think we could even go back to some of the old like NCIX tech tips.
The green.
Like there are videos that I literally haven't made because I'm like, no, we did that on NCIX. Here, hold on. Nix. There we go.
Yes.
Ultimate water cooling guide.
Yes. 13 years ago?
Buddy.
We've been doing this for a while.
I know, right? This was pretty early Luke shot.
Yeah.
And Luke tried to figure out water cooling, but turns out he lied on his resume, so he didn't know how to do anything.
That was one of the fun moments when he left me to water cool 2 GPUs and just left the room. I've never water cooled anything before. I've done no water cooling before, and I had to take the heaters off 2 GPUs. That was terrifying.
Yeah, well, he didn't do it. I ended up having to do it.
No, I did it.
No, I came back and I think you weren't done yet. I think I had to at least help.
Yeah, that's probably
I was
true.
like, you've been here for so long. What's taking so long?
That wasn't entirely true. We've talked about this a few times because you didn't actually give me very much time.
There were
all.
other parts you didn't have enough time for. You definitely had enough time when I wanted those heat sinks stripped off.
Okay, that's probably fair.
The last one at 99.06% was the Sensible Tech upgrade. That was Sebastian's. Dude, his place is so styling.
That was a really good video.
Yeah.
Honestly, the tech upgrades in general are just like pretty awesome.
I love the tech upgrade series.
2.1 million. Wow. That's not even that old.
Yep, they're just reliable. They're just reliable. Our team is so cool that all you have to really do is like hang out with one for a bit and then like people love them and
his place is so interesting. All his little projects are so interesting.
Yeah.
Not even little. All his like incredibly professional projects.
Yep.
That's a lot of MCF.
And the team puts so much work into stuff these days, like those little extras, like the amount of work that went into just having an entire like couple of master cartons of screwdrivers on the island there. It's like it's extra, I think is the term for it.
Yeah.
Discussion question. How'd you feel about 2024? What'd you achieve? Any surprises, disappointments? It was a tough year. 2024 was a really tough year. We were coming off of some allegations that, after the investigation was completed, we released our statement that said the investigation found that the allegations were unfounded and unfair. So, going through all of that, when the allegations were, according again to the investigation, unfounded and unfair, was extremely challenging for me personally and for us as a company. I think that
weighed on a lot of people pretty heavily.
Yeah, for sure. And there was a lot of stuff that there's a lot of stuff that people didn't see behind the scenes that made it really hard. What we achieved, I think, is we got our groove back. We're back to kind of killing it. It's always cyclical. Like I think we talked in that recent all hands about how we're like back to before viewership, and it's a little down this month, but it do be like that though. I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of people upgrading when 50 series comes out. I think there's going to be a lot of buzz around that. So there'll be some upswing there, and then it'll be down again. It'll be up, and whatever, right? Dyslexic Stoner says, I'll admit I stopped watching for a while. I couldn't stand having another person I liked turn out to be a monster. Was glad it wasn't true. There was a big,
There's quite a bit of that.
There was a big, there was a big group of people that just stopped watching, and there's a significant group that, if their comments are to be believed, have never come back. And that's sad. That's really sad, and it's still sad for me.
I think it's true, yeah. Because there's also that stuff went so far and wide. You'll never be able to reach all of those people again. Yeah,
really tough. As for what's welcome to the next quarter of a century. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Did you know Star Wars 1977 was released closer to the year 2000 than any video we made this year? I'm just going to close that topic. Why don't we move on? Yes, let's do that. There's a fake Nintendo lawyer sending out DMCA takedowns. A few months ago, YouTuber Dominic Domtendo Neumeier received DMCA takedowns on his Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom Let's Play videos. However, after some back and forth with the Tatsumi Masaaki ProtonMail.com account, Domtendo reached out to Nintendo itself, who responded that the emailer was not using a legitimate Nintendo email address.
Well, yeah.
A few weeks later, the YouTuber received a follow-up from that same email with a short message. I hereby retract all of my preceding claims. Although the threatening email would start to come from a spoofed anti-piracy3@nintendo.co.jp email. Rumors of fake takedowns from Big Red last circled when Gary's Mod removed all Nintendo-related fan content after receiving DMCAs originating from suspicious-looking emails. The developer claims to have verified the source, though. Nintendo and partners have also been accused of using AI tools to issue mass takedowns. That was just a quick topic. I want to talk about this one. This is called My Experience as a Winner Turned into Disqualification by NVIDIA. And this was actually flagged for me before the show, like just a little while before the show. This was posted 6 hours ago on the forum. But this poster in our community said they were officially declared a winner, and their project was publicly listed on NVIDIA platforms. They were supposed to win.
A winner, yeah. Winner
I think
of what?
it was, here we go. An NVIDIA RTX 6000 ADA generation graphics card, so like a really valuable GPU. And then after declaring them a winner and sending them through a bunch of hoops, they apparently were disqualified for reasons that NVIDIA has not apparently been able to properly explain. So they've just asked us to highlight this because I'd like to assume, incompetence where malice has not yet been proven, where hopefully by getting some visibility on this, we can at least get them a satisfactory answer. So what they're asking for is, if anyone from NVIDIA reads this, I respectfully ask for my project to be reviewed by a team of qualified technical experts. My only goal is to ensure fairness and transparency. Thank you all for taking the time to read this. I appreciate any help that you can provide. So they provided a link to their project, to their GitHub repo. So that's on there. Just wanted to make sure that we kind of highlighted that. We like to make sure that we're taking care of our community members, and this seems like there's got to be something going on here. They should at least get an explanation. Oh no. Do you want to do the AI stuff?
Oh no, I didn't even know this. By a vote of 4-3, the Arizona State Board for Charter Schools approved an application to open a fully online school, which will serve grades 4 to 8. That doesn't automatically sound all that bad. Unbound Academy hopes to use AI to condense academic instruction into a 2-hour window, which now sounds really bad, to free up time for life skill workshops covering financial literacy, public speaking, goal setting, entrepreneurship, critical thinking, and creative problem solving.
Which sounds great.
Except
in theory.
Quote, as students work through lessons on subjects like math, reading, and science, the AI system will analyze their responses, time spent on tasks, and even emotional cues to optimize the difficulty and presentation of content.
That sounds ambitious. Good luck with that.
Wow. That sounds like a Stanley Parable style, like video game level of issue when it would be applied to the workplace. And this feels like, to me, some amount of desensitization before it gets applied to the workplace. But We'll see. Unbound Academy has been trialing this 2-hour learning method in Texas, seemingly in person, and has applications to open other schools in Arkansas and Utah. Experts have questioned the effectiveness of personalized education programs and have called it Orwellian, an Orwellian misnomer for replacing teachers with digital services and data mining software. Yeah. Much of the criticism stems from the lack of clarity behind the term.
Yep.
Personalized learning is perhaps like personalized ads, i.e. data collection, a form of doublespeak, says Adam, and I strongly agree. Discussion question. Do you think kids need that real connection with teachers in order to do well?
I'm going to stop you right there.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Oh, I do.
But what they definitely need is a real connection with other students.
Oh, yeah.
100%. And in theory,
good point.
This is freeing up time for life skill workshops covering financial literacy, public speaking, goal setting, entrepreneurship, critical thinking, and creative problem solving. In practice, homeschooling is an extremely poorly regulated area. I strongly recommend watching the John Oliver segment on it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that you have to agree with John Oliver on everything, but what I will say is that as far as background research goes, they do a pretty darn good job. And this just feels like homeschooling with extra steps.
To me, it feels like if you're going to have a problem kid, it's just going to be exacerbated so much. Because without someone there being able to do something about it, I don't know. What if they just frown at the AI camera for like 5 minutes? What does it do? Nothing?
Nothing.
Does it make the tasks easier because it detects kid is upset? Like, I don't know. Assuming that every single kid is just going to do this perfectly seems...
But I mean, assuming every kid is going to do traditional school perfectly, it's not right either.
Isn't that the whole reason why the teachers are there? Or a big part of it?
But I mean, not every teacher is great. I mean,
I definitely agree.
One of my most frustrating experiences...
I'm sure every person had at least one bad teacher.
Yeah. One of my most frustrating experiences being in school was knowing from having parents who were teachers and from having my teachers who were teachers and, seeing a little bit of the inside baseball, knowing that competency was not necessarily the most important attribute for keeping your job and getting promotions and raises.
Yeah.
Seniority.
Yeah.
It was politics.
Yeah.
And that's not
tenure.
That's not how things should be done, right? Anyway, yeah, good luck, Arizona. I am deeply worried about I'm deeply worried about education.
Top Gear said, no, there will be a baseline and it will be monitored. It won't be so easy they graduate below level. Yeah, but you can't fail kids anymore.
That's a whole thing.
So actually it totally could be. I don't know. I don't have a great answer, and I'm not in that field. I don't have a kid, but education doesn't feel like it's going in a fantastic direction. I feel bad for the kids.
The No Child Left Behind paradigm feels like it feels sort of
Conrad
like
says,
a good idea, or a warm idea. That in practice, I just don't really understand why we're still giving it any credence.
Conrad says, my mom is a teacher and says the upcoming generation is not okay. And I don't think it's their fault, to be super clear, at all. I think the current powers that be are setting them up for failure. I don't think it's the kids. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, Inventor 2Boy5 says, yeah, that's what my sister's telling me too. She's a teacher too. They are super uninterested in learning. Yeah, I'm reminded of that famous misattributed quote. that is not actually from Peanuts. And Linus didn't actually say this in the strip, but so good.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
It stuck with me, though.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like that, right?
Yeah. Actual attribution, Asada Shakur. All right. OpenAI outlines new for-profit corporate structure. Nice. They've outlined a plan to change their corporate structure by transforming its for-profit arm into a public benefit corporation, a company structured to balance the interests of society with shareholder value, which should make securing investors easier. They recently completed a $6.6 billion funding round, $4 billion from Amazon alone, and currently have a $157 billion valuation. The proposed change comes after Elon Musk dropped a lawsuit claiming a for-profit structure would be illegal. Musk and Sam Altman worked together 9 years ago to launch OpenAI as a non-profit with the mission statement to develop generative AI for the benefit of society. Musk left in 2018 after seeming frustrations over the company taking billions in funding from Microsoft. Also, failing to gain a majority stake in the company for himself might have had something to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been the whole thing with the
might have suddenly made that okay.
And everything. Yeah. Yep. Anywho, that's it for our topics. Oh, Dan left. Cool. Well, we're going to switch to After Dark when Dan comes back. In the meantime,
I could read some off if you want.
Oh, what happened to the... Oh, I have another GoFundMe that, unlike the one we talked about earlier, is not a downer. And, oh, hey, look at that.
Passes goal.
Let's go. Wait, did we... Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you know what? That's cool. Some anonymous person yesterday donated $1,000. Reboot Rewind has a GoFundMe. You guys can feel free to resurrect this iconic animated show from my childhood. It was actually the first fully computer animated TV show. Here's some footage. Yep, pretty awesome. You guys can check that out. There. I did not end up stalling for very long.
No. Do you want me to read some off?
Oh, yeah, we could do that. Or we could wait for Dan. They'll wait.
Okay.
Oh, we don't actually have a lot of time to kill, though.
That's what I'm...
Yeah, I kind of have to leave at some point. Okay.
Yep. There aren't a ton of them either, though.
Oh, has Dan been filtering a lot of them?
There's only 10.
Oh, okay. They, apparently people just don't care about leaving merch messages.
Yeah, because there was...
Bought a lot of backpacks.
I think he also was maybe pretty aggressive with the curating because there was a decent amount of merch messages.
Okay. I'll let you guys know how many discount codes are left. We are down to... Oh, mental math is hard. We're down to about 3,500. So we have a couple videos that are queued to go up this weekend that have callouts for the commuter bag.
It's After Dark time, Dan.
And I'm a little worried that we might have to YouTube editor, like cut out the part referring to the discount code. We'll see how it goes.
Burn so many of them. Yeah.
After Dark already.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I must have missed a topic change. Sorry about that.
No, you're good, Dan. Don't even trip, dog.
I'm tripping.
Look at that. Now it's dark.
So good.
Dude, I have been an absolute lump for the last 2 days. I don't remember the last time I did less. I didn't even respond to social messages. Like Luke messaged me over the holiday, actually with some stuff that probably merited paying attention to.
I was a little surprised you didn't respond. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it's fine. He's probably busy.
So initially, I just had a lot of family stuff going on up until the 25th, or until the 25th. And I think I've updated you on like my family being a little complicated right now. So that was a little...
I assumed there was stuff going on.
That was a little complicated.
I wasn't bothered by it.
And then on the 25th and the 26th, I went and played badminton with my in-laws and my son.
Nice.
And other than that, did literally actually nothing. And then yesterday, I went and played some badminton in the evening because I looked at my step counter and I had like 400 steps.
Whoa.
I did actually nothing. So you probably saw me on Steam like all day yesterday. Like
I went, nah.
Okay.
Yesterday was my family's Christmas.
Got it.
Yeah.
So if you'd been on your computer, you would have seen me on Steam doing absolutely nothing. I am substantially ahead of you in Final Fantasy VI.
Okay.
And I only played yesterday and a little bit in the evening the day before.
It's, you know, it shouldn't be an always thing, but it's not a bad idea to slow down every once in a while.
I don't remember the last time that I've done it. And you know what? It was kind of glorious. But at the end of the day yesterday, I was like, really, right, brother? Okay.
Time to get back on the horse.
So I dragged my butt to Smash. I played for a couple hours, and then I jumped on the Stairmaster for 10 minutes. I found out my step rate, by the way. The speed that I'm doing is 133 steps per minute. So
whoa.
It says 350 watts on the thing. So I only did 10 minutes.
No, but I think that's really good.
I only did 10 minutes of that yesterday. But what I've been doing before, when I told you that I would cycle between the machines, is I've been trying to do half an hour. And so I've been doing, for rowing, 2 minutes for every 500 meters is about the pace that I target.
Okay. Yeah.
And then for the Stairmaster, I've been doing that. So I've been doing 133 steps per minute. And then for the bike, I've been targeting about 140 watts. So that's my like half an hour continuous that I've been trying to do. I've fallen off the wagon a little bit over the last couple of days, as I already told you. But when those badminton players come out here for the collab, I want to be at the point where I can comfortably do half an hour of continuous, like crazy cardio. Rod, mind out of the gutter, please, sir.
We both read that at the same time.
I want to be able to do 15 minutes continuous on the Stairmaster at that speed. And
I didn't expect that from Rod.
And then I want to bookend it with the bike and the rower.
Nice.
So I'm thinking I'll go, oh man, what will I do? Yeah, because the bike is really tough on the thighs too. I might have to find like a third cardio machine that's not just pure legs.
Isn't there an elliptical there?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Elliptical is your most well-rounded whole body one that you have.
Okay, yeah, maybe I'll do.
I push for that one.
Maybe I'll do elliptical then. So I could do.
But you got to actually operate the handles.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna need to because my legs will be dead.
Yeah.
So maybe I could do the elliptical last. So I could row, and then jump on the Stairmaster, and then do the elliptical for the last
when you're rowing,
5 minutes.
Pull it into your.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
I did try out for the rowing team.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah. That's as far as I got.
Didn't quite make it.
They did invite me.
Oh, okay.
To be the coxswain.
Yeah. Light.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And loud.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Piercing voice.
Yeah. Makes sense.
All right. Hit me, Dan.
Hi. What big house upgrades or projects do you have in the works? I struggle with permanent modifications, for example, throwing holes in the walls. So I love watching home upgrades.
Okay. I am going to do this. I want to build like an epic cat wall. Like with all the like things and the ropes and the things they can climb and stuff. I want the entire upstairs hallway essentially.
Oh, sick.
To be just like cat jungle.
Nice.
Jungle gym, not jungle.
Nice.
Yeah. I would honestly, we can never close doors in our house. So I would honestly love to work out some kind of like tunnel system so they can get in and out of rooms. The problem is that...
So that then you could close doors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For my room, I do have sound isolation requirements, and so...
That's good, realistically.
Yeah. So what I was kind of thinking is maybe what we could do...
You could just get like a plug.
Because the cats whine if we close our door. Mm-hmm. But if we had just a hole, then there would always be sound leakage, which is not better.
Yeah.
So what I'm kind of thinking is maybe I could... Maybe I could make like a cat thing, and then they could go into like a tunnel that takes them up through the attic to somewhere else on the cat thing, so they could get in and out of our room all the time, but we could just close our door. So, or something like that, so that there wouldn't be a clear path for sound.
You could make like a baffles basically that they have to like walk through.
Yeah, exactly. I think something like that would be cool. Don't worry, they're not going to go up in the attic. We'll enclose it, obviously. Come on, guys. Give me some credit here. Other than that, like, I don't know, fixing the roof solar. Oh, the light switches. Oh, man. Because we've actually had like 2 days off, Yvonne's been learning to crochet because like her husband's busy playing video games, I guess. So time to go full old lady. And she's been like reaming me about our horrible light switches because I need an Novelli to hurry up and get me those millimeter wave switches. Yeah, I think those are the big ones.
They are pretty horrible.
Yeah, they are pretty horrible. Did you just turn off all the time?
Next up.
Sure.
Clapped K24 Accord says, I'm an insulator. I always find it hilarious when parents soundproof their bedrooms. It's a very common option. Yeah. I mean, that's considerate.
It's a good thing.
It's considerate.
Yeah, why not?
It's considerate.
Healthy bedrooms.
Now soundproofed. So the kids don't have to hear all the fighting.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Keep it family friendly. Well, maybe
that's so
maybe
much worse.
family.
Yeah, actually worse.
So much worse.
Literally worse.
Linus, Luke, and Dan, how do the three of you individually maintain the desire and effort levels to keep working on your hobbies? How do you keep pushing yourselves to be better at your jobs?
Well, you guys push me to be better at my job. So there's that. I mean, I think we also push ourselves a lot. As for maintaining effort levels for my hobbies, do I? Badminton, I do. I'm highly motivated to be better at it. It's the motivation for me is that it counts as exercise. So I don't feel like I'm wasting time when I'm playing badminton unless I sign up for a session that's like tournaments feel like a waste of time. Those are an indulgence. If I play a tournament, I know that I'm playing like 20% of the time and I could have easily done a lot of other stuff in that time. But no, that's the easy justification.
Do you see tournaments as like a benchmark though?
Absolutely.
Check where you're at.
Yeah. Dude, we actually, my team, instead of coming 8th, like last year, we came 9th this year. But I don't mind that result. It doesn't actually feel like a downgrade, especially for me personally, because the only reason we're 9th is because our first match at 9 a.m. on the first day was the one that determined that we would have no shot at the top 8.
Oh.
Because the way the seeding worked, we were seeded 2 within our group of 4 for round robin. And we played number 3, and it was close. Their team won 3 games, ours won 2, but 2 of the ones we lost went to deuce, which is, and one of the ones went to deuce in the 3rd set. So basically that means that's where you're tied at the end and you have to win by 2.
Yeah.
So it was really close. And then once that was over, that very first match, the next one was basically a walkover. We played the 4th seed, and like they tried hard and whatever, but it was a different class of team.
Yeah.
And then our last one in our round robin was a walkover for the other team. They were the top seed, and I think they went on to win. So basically, the team that we lost barely to, they weren't even 8th. They were like higher than 8th. But because we lost 2 in our round robin stage, the best we could do was 9th.
You guys were screwed, yeah.
And then the following day, we won all the way through.
Yeah.
So we came in 9th.
Yeah.
So I don't even feel that bad about it. And in that first one, I won my game. I played men's doubles, and I played against the person that I lost to in my final game the previous year, which was what put us in 8th instead of 7th, and I won.
Cool.
So
there's that.
Personally, I felt like it was a pretty big upgrade. I played really well. The only games I lost were the one that was against the team that won. And one of the kids that was on the other team literally plays at like a national level, like currently. I'm like, okay, whatever. I got a few points. I feel good about that.
Yeah.
And then the other one I lost, I retired from. My team had already won, so we were just playing for fun, and I hurt my back. And that was like in a lot of pain for a week or 2. Like that was when I was telling you I couldn't sneeze. Like sneezing was like incapacitating. I pulled something. I also got tennis elbow. I shouldn't have played that last for fun game. It was really close up until I was like, guys, I'm done.
Wasn't your ankle like a little bit messed up still at that time?
Yeah, I had to wear a brace, but it didn't bother me during the tournament.
Okay.
But no, I was like
3 different parts of your body.
Very injured.
Yeah. Not awesome.
Yeah. And oh man. And to be clear, I'm not going to make any excuses. They won. You know, when you retire from the match, they won. I'm just saying any match I completed or was not playing someone who, it literally is like almost semi-pro, right? I performed really well, so I was really happy with that.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, pains of it getting old, dude. I hear that 100%. 100%.
Hey, DLL.
We never got Luke's answer.
Oh, we didn't.
What was the question?
Staying motivated for your hobbies.
Oh, progressive overload, incremental progression. I am addicted to those two concepts. That's pretty much it.
Yep. Getting old is going to be hard.
Oh yeah. I've had this like crisis moment many times where I'm like the thing that drives me on like everything is getting marginally better all the time. And when that inverts, oh no, I don't know what's going to happen to my brain.
Well, you'll have a midlife crisis.
I'm not well set up
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah.
Like I have self-reflected.
That's why they call it midlife crisis. It's not midlife happy fun time.
Yeah, fair enough. I've been thinking like I'm going to have to.
You could buy a Porsche.
I think I'm going to have to try to find like reduction of incremental decline as something to aim for.
Yeah.
And go like, okay, looking at the math of like averages of how people tend to decline at this age, if I can beat that by this amount, that's my goal. So yeah, maybe I'll be slower or lift less or not be as good or score lower, whatever the metric is. But if I can have that be by a lower amount than would be expected.
Yeah, just set a new benchmark.
Yeah. I think that's going to be the goal.
Benchmark of like sucking less.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's go. I think
Competitive aging, says Turbulent.
pretty much. This has been my I've been planning for this strat for a long time though, because I'm genuinely very concerned about this.
You can be like that weird Brian Johnson guy.
Oh no.
Because you basically just described him.
I guess. Yeah.
Got him.
I'm gonna take 14,000 pills every day. Anyways.
Okay.
Hey, DLL, I've seen more people losing access to their Steam accounts after being hacked. I'm terrified of losing all my games. What's the best way to protect yourself in the all-digital future?
Don't click on anything.
Yeah. Evidence of ownership. Have good 2FA set up. Yeah, if you can contact SMS support and be like, this is clearly me, then you might have a better chance. I don't know.
Yeah, so just take a picture of your driver's license and make that your Steam profile. Sorry, I couldn't even get that out. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
But it'd be funny.
It would be kind of funny. But yeah, make sure you have 2FA set up. I don't know if Steam has a logout on all other systems thing. Does it? Do you know?
I think so. I think if you log out of Steam, I'm pretty sure it does.
Then my other theory won't.
Or no, if you change your password, it'll log out of every system.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone says SMS is not real 2FA. Yeah, have the Steam app 2FA. Yeah.
Yep.
That's been good for a long time.
The Steam app kind of sucks, but
no, but the fact that they have
but having it is good.
Yes. Yeah.
Hello again, parasocial friends. I make training videos for the trucking industry, truck stops to mechanics, etc. Do you think a strict structure is needed for these, or would a more YouTube-style approach, be beneficial? Caught off.
Depends. If you're really good at it, then a conversational, casual YouTube-style approach would be great. If you really need people to, if this is for certification, if this is something that needs to be covered in a dot all the T's and cross all the I's kind of way,
you might be able to mix it in that case, but you're still going to have to get pretty strict structure.
Yep, I agree.
You can have fun until you get to the T crossing and I dotting section, and then you need to be pretty strict for a bit to make it very, very clear what the bounds are, and then you can maybe get back to having fun.
Hey, LLD, what greater benefits would emerging content creators get in Floatplane compared to Patreon? Thanks for all y'all do.
You could make less money.
Yeah.
You might like that. You won't know until you've tried it.
Floatplane's more of a focus on video. I haven't looked into what Patreon's done for a while on video, but Floatplane really is majorly focused on video to the point where it's probably not as good of a solution if you're not a video creator.
Yeah. And if you're an emerging content creator, that's why I specifically am talking to you. it's not for you. You need to maximize the money that you can get because you need it to eat. And our revenue split is not going to be conducive to that. Our platform is designed for extremely high quality video and audio. And so if you are a large creator and say, for example, you were looking to like white label a platform or something like that, our revenue split is a lot more competitive. Like if your alternate is hiring a development team and building something, we're going to look stellar. Whereas if your alternative is like uploading unlisted videos on YouTube or Vimeo or something, and then just like,
I think Patreon
sending...
has a native one now.
I think they have a native one now.
I'm not certain.
But the point is just like, if your alternative is finding something free and sending an unlisted link to the people to the several dozen people who follow you at zero overhead, then you should do that. It's horses for courses.
Yeah, there's solutions for everybody. We like Flowplane. A few other people on the platform seem to really like Flowplane. There's also a lot of benefits to Patreon. The split is generally better, but it also entirely depends. Like if you set your price to the right price on Flowplane based on how we do our costing, you can get a better split than there is on Patreon. Most people won't do that, but it is possible because we just have. Sorry.
No, I had something upside down stuck in my throat.
We have our costs are like fixed for creators. So if you balloon, like if you have a super fancy, expensive Omega tier, but it doesn't take any extra from us because we have a limit on our features, obviously, then we don't take more. So you could theoretically take more, but then you're asking for a lot from your audience at that point. So most people aren't going to do it. So
unless you have like feet pics on there or something, I don't know.
True. We would. I don't think we have anything against feed pics technically, and we don't really discriminate.
It's not a serious conversation, Luke. We don't have to talk about that.
I'm being real, man. You don't know. Maybe
he's trying to sell this, Linus.
Maybe the what would you call the top crit? the top foot is watching us. What would you call the top creator in the feed pics category?
I tell you to put your foot in your mouth, but the servers probably couldn't handle it.
The big toe says UCR
the
Buffalo.
Big toe!
UCR Buffalo and Floatplane chat just won it.
You don't know. Maybe the big toe is watching, man. We gotta make sure they know that they would be welcome here. Because we don't really, as long as it's legal, we don't really discern against creators.
Oh. All right, let's see. Hello, Dan, Lynn, and Luke. What is the average amount of versions a product go through for?
That's all.
Okay, product revs in development.
Yeah, you got it.
I think the backpack was about half a dozen each for the Commuter and the original. We've been told by our suppliers that we go through an obnoxious number of product revs, and it's actually caused some strain on our relationships sometimes, where we'll do half a dozen product revs and just be like, no, it's not good enough. They don't like to hear that. If you don't go to mass production, essentially they subsidize their sample production with the assumption that you're going to go to mass production. From my point of view, I'm like, that's stupid. Then just tell me how much it costs to make a sample and I'll be happy to. But it's not that simple, right? There's an opportunity cost on their side. But yeah, I would say somewhere between 4 and 7 is about where we're at on revisions for products. Some a lot more, like for something like the screwdriver. We might go through that many revisions for every part, right? That many revisions for the ratchet, that many revisions for the molds, and so the overall number of revisions goes up like exponentially the more parts there are in a product. But for socks, I think we're on like 10 or 12 or something like that. I think we're close though. I think we're close. The blue samples that do I have them on? I don't. The blue samples I've been wearing recently are really good.
Hello, LDNL. What are your thoughts on containerization? I talk about my interest in it at work. All my coworkers think it's dumb. What are some other cool things you guys do with it?
Who thinks it's dumb?
Yeah,
who are your coworkers?
Yeah, really. Your coworkers that you talk to about this know what it is and think it's dumb.
I don't really understand.
So I don't know anyone in the field that thinks it's dumb. Genuinely zero people.
So
I've never met a single person.
They want the whole system to crash when like
monolithic only.
To the point where when I was reading this, I was like, wait, do they mean like physical containers? Because I've never met a single person.
Far be it for me to criticize someone who sent a $120 merch message, but are you just like baiting us? Like
maybe.
Because I'm not sure if I believe you.
Show this to your coworkers.
Yeah.
What are they talking about? Maybe they just don't know what it is properly. Like maybe it's more of an education problem.
Yeah, maybe they use a different term for it or something. Maybe they think you said a bad word and then aner.
What's the matter? Okay, I like it. What's the matter? In Full Plane Chat said, Prime and Theo both complain about Kubernetes and Docker. Yeah, sure, but the solutions that they like are, as far as my understanding goes, generally running on systems where the containerization is just detached from them. It's still happening from the service provider. They just don't have to deal with it themselves because they don't want to do infrastructure, so they just use other services to do it, which is great and popular. And like, I mean,
containerization.
We use Vercel for the labs website. Vercel is still doing containerization stuff, I'm sure.
It's a concept. It's not a. It's like, yeah. My coworkers think programming is dumb.
Yeah, and like, yeah, it sucks sometimes.
Like, I can totally understand
what language?
Why Prime and Theo might be like, yeah, this sucks. You shouldn't like waste your time doing this. As someone who's just trying to spin up like a website, you should use like this service thing. Like, great. Yeah, you probably shouldn't develop your own personal store in 2025 because like Shopify exists and you should just use that. That doesn't mean containerization is dumb. That means that you might not want to be the person who's interfacing with it, depending on what you're doing. We use Kubernetes to great effect with Floatplane. That was not the right approach for the labs website. Cool.
Oh, dude. Nick just messaged me. We have removed the discount messaging for the commuter bag from the Sunday and Monday releases.
Oh, wow.
He doesn't think they're going to make it that long.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy. He says he thinks it's going to be gone tomorrow. All
Heck
right, well,
yeah.
we'll see. We'll see.
Go.
Obviously, I hope he's right. All right.
LLD, my work recently banned third and personal monitors, citing security concerns, but always allow personal monitors work from home 2 days a week. What do you think? Same computer office and work from home. Phones are allowed on site.
Now, your coworkers are stupid.
What?
I'm assuming this is an IT team currently fighting policy.
You can link them to this video, by the way. You can tell them that Linus says that you made them look stupid by laying out their horrible policy that actually makes me question whether they are competent enough to run any sort of business at all, let alone one that uses technology.
Freaking dunked.
Actual idiots. That is not how any of that works.
Banned third and personal monitors?
Yeah, so they can't have a third monitor.
And they can't bring monitors
And they
from
can't
home?
bring a personal monitor.
Okay, I can understand not wanting people to bring monitors from home.
But you're allowed to use your personal monitor at home.
Yeah, but bringing a personal monitor into the workspace, I can understand why that might be.
As a
You're allowed to bring a
liability.
phone.
As a liability, but not a, like...
If you're allowed to, like, look,
security issue.
You leave this at the office.
I don't let people bring their own lenses and tripods and monitors.
This is what I'm saying.
But it's not even liability. It's just like, because that's stupid. If you
Yeah.
need something to do your job, then the workplace should provide it. It's that
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah.
Right? But so it's nothing to do with security concerns.
No.
If you are allowed to have your own personal phone with you, everything else is out the window because that is the easiest vector.
Picture.
Like what? I'm gonna bring a special secret magic monitor with a Raspberry embedded in it, so I can use a HDMI RF snooping on the cable signal, beam it to my spy espionage office across the street. Like obviously,
yeah, because there's obviously workplaces where that shouldn't be allowed, but they almost certainly also wouldn't allow you to bring phones in.
Yes.
So like, yeah. They said they used the same PC at home, so laptop. Okay.
But they're allowed a personal monitor. So who cares?
At home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can have a phone, you can have essentially your own computer at work. They just haven't figured it out yet.
Is this like a have your cake and eat it too thing?
What?
Like they don't want to buy people extra monitors, but they also don't want to be like that workplace that you have to bring your own monitor to. So they're just like, you're not allowed and also no.
Could be.
Maybe.
Yeah, this could be one of those things where they're just hiding behind security concerns.
There's no real, I mean, okay, there is real security concerns. They're just also ignoring all the other bigger, more obvious ones.
I think that if they want to be honest, they should just say no, because if other people see you with a third monitor, they won't ask you if you brought it from home, and they're going to whine and complain until they get a third monitor, and that's not in the budget. Everyone gets 2 monitors, and I just don't feel like dealing with it. That's the more honest answer, probably.
Yeah.
Almost always. There is the reason why you can't have something nice is because someone else fucked it up.
Oh, yeah.
Almost always.
Oh, yeah. It's always so frustrating.
Or your workplace is a bunch of cheap buttheads.
It's super frustrating when you're on the like administration side of that and you see it happening and you're like, man, I really wish this person would stop, because if they don't stop, I'm going to have to do something about this.
Yep.
But this has worked fine for years and years and years because no one's pushed it past this limit. And then you like try to get them to stop and they just won't. And then you have to kill it for everybody. And it just sucks.
I remember having like tough conversations with you about stuff that we like can't do anymore. And you're like, well, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I'm like, trust me, I know how stupid it is more than you ever will.
Yeah. Yeah. It's frustrating.
There's nothing I can do about it.
It's frustrating. Because like there you can interact in good faith in a certain way, but you have to be careful about it because other people might see it and then interact with that thing in bad faith, and then it gets turned off for everybody. And it's happened a bunch of times. I know I cannot give you examples for reasons that I hope would be obvious.
Oh, here's a good one. Good comment from Chronofied. I'd be willing to bet they're using monitoring software and it has a 2 monitor limit. So for the work from home setup, it's a laptop with only 1 display out. That's a good hypothesis. I like it. I mean, the fact that you have your phone still is like stupid or whatever.
So it says personal sighting surgery, but allows personal monitors work from home 2 days a week. They might have a way of doing more than 1 display.
Okay.
I don't know. That is interesting, though.
Why are you so popular today?
I don't know.
He's so popular. All right. Hit me, Dan.
Sure. I was just waiting for the interruption to stop. Hi, Linus and Hi, Linus and Luke. I would like to game single co-op games from my PC to my living room TV. There are around 60 feet apart. How would you guys solve this?
Optical HDMI cable and probably a USB over Ethernet adapter. We showed USB 2 ones that are cheap, like $10-15 cheap, that can easily do that distance. That would be the highest fidelity way. The low fidelity but probably easier way with less wiring would be to just use streaming. So you have a thin client and just use like Steam in-home streaming or whatever. They've rebranded it to Steam Link or whatever they call it now.
What tech were you most sad to see flop or fall out of fashion? I really wish phones with physical keyboards were still improved and made mainstream.
Hold on, before we move on, UCR Buffalo says, why not HDMI to Ethernet adapters too? Because by the time you do that, you've added all of the cost and complexity of an optical cable, except you're paying for copper now. Fiber is actually cheaper by the foot. It's just the media conversion that's expensive. So if you're going to have media conversion, a lot of the time, unless you need to be able to service it in the field, like if you're doing live events or something like that, there's no reason to use like HDMI over Ethernet instead of just HDMI over fiber. Also, a lot of the HDMI over Ethernet stuff is not like 4K 120. Whereas you can get fiber optic HDMI cables that will allow you to do the full HDMI 2.1. No, not any lag difference that I'm aware of. It just doesn't make sense, like in the home. Okay, sorry. What were you most sad to see flop or fall out of fashion? I mean, 3D is on my mind, so I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that because I've seen some glasses-free 3D that's like really good. Like we could have gotten there. The content's not there anymore.
This person said physical keyboards on phones. I don't agree with that, but I do agree with physical key inputs practically everywhere else. There are some good solutions, like I'm assuming the one in your car is right.
It's okay.
But
actually,
almost everything else is trash, especially
a lot of cars
public
really
things. Bad. Public things that are touchscreen, just like
I don't like touching them.
No,
and occasionally you get ones that have like good rejection, and I can't use my knuckle on them because I don't want to touch them with my fingertips.
Yeah,
like I was a germaphobe before it got cool in 2020. I don't like touching things. I don't like shaking hands. Like 1 year, I stopped shaking hands at CES, and immediately I stopped getting trade show illness.
Yeah, I do
like,
the same thing now.
Okay, brilliant.
You used to be able to press physical buttons with like your keys or something.
Yeah.
And now you have to touchscreen, and tons of them are terrible. So you have to do the input like a billion times.
Oh, I know.
And one of the nice
laggy
things about physical keys is that they almost always do actually work.
Yeah.
And with touchscreen keys, it's often not a very good indicator of if it actually worked or not. So
Avon
you sit there.
Fox says lick your knuckles first.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's gonna defeat the purpose of using my knuckles in the first place for things.
You could spit on it. You could hawk to it.
Touch it.
There's a reference that makes me old, I guess, probably.
Yeah, that's out of fashion
it was very
now.
slow. Anyways, yeah, physical buttons on random things. I think high-end touchscreens having touchscreen buttons is fine. So phones is fine. There's probably some cars that are fine, but there's also some cars where it's terrible. But in general, just like physical buttons would be better. Yeah. Japan does this super well, by the way. A lot of their stuff is still physical buttons, and it's very nice.
I still think their train ticket kiosks could be improved.
I agree.
Regardless of button type.
But I like the buttons.
I'm working my dream job at a big tech data center.
Nice.
The work is fulfilling and amazing, but there are moral implications to working for a major tech company.
Oh, so he works for Amazon.
Do you have advice for my moral conflict?
There's lots of other data centers you could work at.
Also, it could be worse. You could work for an evil company like Linus Media Group who didn't tell anybody about honey.
Yeah, dry your tears with money. That helps.
Some amount of it's like you got to survive yourself.
Slash S!
And a lot of people will put their own, as I sort of am right now, will put their own
making sure y'all are up to speed on that.
On you. So you have to decide where your line is.
Your line is?
Oh my goodness. Get it? Line is Linus. Anyways,
I get it. It's just not funny.
Yeah, fair enough.
Get right. No, I missed it. I missed it. I
didn't do it intentionally.
I was busy waiting for chat to actually, for the people that didn't hear the segment earlier on the honey stuff, to be like, OMG, is that what he really said about it?
Yeah.
For those of you who weren't watching earlier, what we said was, hey, we don't really know what you're talking about. We didn't know almost any of this stuff at the time, and we dropped the sponsor years ago. If you're mad, that's great. You should be mad. Be mad at Honey. Be mad at their parent company, PayPal.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't, there seems to be a perception out there that like what you invest in and the job that you have should have zero reflection on you at all. And I don't completely agree with that. I understand that sometimes you're in a life situation where like you just don't have another option.
You don't have the luxury of just like taking a stand.
Yeah. And that's one thing. And I am not shooting at that at all. But I will say for myself, I've had extremely lucrative potential job offers that I have not wanted to take because of where they were at. And I didn't take them. So like, it's not impossible. And like I've heard
they must have been awful. Because I mean, you work here.
and we didn't make a video about honey. So like, I don't know. It's possible. I also know people that had very good, solid jobs and then took a job somewhere that they didn't like the company and complain about it all the time. And I'm like, this is entirely your fault.
Are you just calling me out? Or
Yeah, the prime example is Dan.
have you been reading my blog?
But yeah, like, I don't know. You should care at least a little bit. If it's your only option, it's your only option. I'm not trying to dig you for that. You gotta put food on the table. But if you have a range of options, life isn't just about making more and more money 100% of the time, in my opinion.
Yes, it is, which is why I never made a video about honey.
Because you had some form of financial gain there, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. It's not that honey was stealing my money.
Losing the AdSense on that video was very financially beneficial to you.
You mean the affiliate revenue?
No, on the honey expose video.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, not making that money and also not exposing someone who was stealing from me.
Yeah,
that was definitely my motivation.
It really lined your pockets.
You got it. Dude, the number of times that I see people be like, how is it that Linus spends so much money on this, but he couldn't afford $500 to test something? They're so close. They're so close to the answer.
They just need a little nudge. Oh, man.
They're almost there. It's almost like they're nothing to do with each other.
All right.
God.
Next up.
Hello.
I love being an internet personality.
I'm amazed that you haven't just lost it.
You don't know that he has.
These are crazy eyes.
He hides it well on camera, at least. Hello from the
I
nether.
beat him off camera. Watch him cower. Wait, where the hell's Dan?
This is me cowering. I don't know why it's pointing over there. Why is it so dark?
You've let me down for the last time, Dan. Pointing the camera in the wrong place. Don't make me throw things at you again. Which I have actually done.
And Luke has.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luke actually almost hit him that one time.
Did I?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You threw an entire CPU cooler at me
Probably
once.
had it coming.
Me?
Yeah. Actually did. When Luke threw something at it, that was actually extremely warranted. So, yeah. I think I apologized.
Is it victim blaming if the victim blames themselves? I think so.
No, that was actually...
Is that Stockholm Syndrome or something?
Not okay.
Oh, okay.
The other times have been unwarranted. But that one was like...
And to be fair, I threw like a small little coaster.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello from the Netherlands to Linus. Do you have any motorcycle-specific tech you love? If I may, what bike do you ride?
I have an SV650S. It's a 2003. But what bike I ride? Well, none, because it's in pieces. It has been for 2 years. Yeah. I'm gonna do it this time.
Do you
This
think you're gonna be rusty?
No, I'll be fine. Yeah, I took a long time off before, and it's like whatever. It's like
Riding a bike.
I don't really have any motorcycle specific tech. I use a Pebble for track changing because it has
physical buttons.
Sure does.
And you've got gloves on. Okay. Makes sense.
Time and place for physical buttons, and on the motorbike is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What? Did we both click archive at exactly the same time and accidentally archive 2 cards? Nice. Nice. So weird. My chat's not updating. So I missed everything that chat had to say. Oh, well, I'll live.
Just give me a sec here. Let me see if I can find it.
No, I won't. Anonymous asks, Linus, what was your favorite game server or community back when you were younger? What's your favorite memory from there? I mean, it's got to be the NCIX gaming server. Shout out Deathhawk. You know who you are.
For me, I'm going to answer this anyways, even though I wasn't asked.
Playing that Left 4 Dead. Playing that TF2. Let's go. No lifing it.
I think it was Halo 2.
Oh, yeah.
Used to play a bunch with some dude named Utah Crusher, which I've never been able to find again.
Sorry.
It was pretty good. But we used to, I used to be a part of a community on there. It was mostly myself and Utah Crusher, but there was some other people involved as well, where we would just try to glitch everything. We'd try to glitch out of maps. We figured out that the rocket to sword switch thing, I think that was literally us.
Oh, that's cool.
And there was a bunch of other cool things too. There's whatever the name of the map was. It was really, really small. It was a Covenant ship. There was
Linus.
a floating platform in the
Linus
there's
map.
a floating platform in the middle.
The platform's a penis. It's really small.
You've been spending too much time in his pool.
I've been spending too little time sleeping.
I think that's it. And we spent way too much time because we were kids, but getting these containers to go all the way up the ramps to where the floating platform was, and we had to time it perfectly, and we screwed it up a few times. But if you
so you're saying you put a box on the penis?
Kinda.
Nice.
Yeah, 2 boxes.
2 boxes. Wow.
Yeah. Same time. That was actually that was a very important part of the equation.
That's the physics of this. Sounds painful.
It's tough. Difficult.
Okay, I'm sorry. What was the thing? What does it do?
So we got the boxes all the way up the ramp, and then we had to get them onto the floating platform at the same time.
Yeah.
And that would slam the floating platform in the ground, which would horrifically glitch the whole map out, and it was amazing. We only were able to do it once.
Nice.
We're probably the only people that did it, I'm assuming, because it took forever, and it was really, really stupid.
I forgot about that really fun gaming session you and I had, taking the Warthog places it wasn't supposed to go. That was a blast.
That's everything I love about almost just said Flowplane. Everything I love about Halo is just breaking Halo in horrific ways.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, there's also the music.
That's music. Music is pretty good.
Oh, so good.
Care for a diagram? I could do like a horrible paint drawing, but I really don't think it's worth it.
You won't.
Yeah. Did we find it?
What?
Cool. Well, thanks for tuning into the WAN show.
Find what?
The message we were looking for.
That's the one. He read it. He beat me to it.
Oh, what? That was there on my dashboard.
Yeah, it was there on mine too.
What?
All right, we'll see you again next week. Same
Linus
bad time. Same bad channel.
Bye.
So this is what gaslighting is. Well then.
No, it's not.
Damn it!
You're wrong.
There's a leak. And if you're wrong, you deserved it. Like, how's it go?
Gaslighting's not real. Crazy.
If it is, you made it up. Oh, man.